I think that a lot of people do not know the amount of work it takes to build generational wealth. And it does not end with you. You will die. You need that wealth. You worked all your life, you work practice. You say, okay, this is generational wealth. I'm building the future for my children. One time people say that, it's like, oh, I think we should be... always is like, please, we should... Fuck them kids, man.
Are you into big boom?
Keep telling people you have anxiety issues. It's a lie. You are just wicked and mad. Look, you've done BBL and we're all happy for you. Carry your new bum and go outside.
This is the podcast for you.
I'm not poor. Are you sure? It's because they are vaping. Now everybody's marrying on time.
At your big age.
Wait now. Do you know that I don't have clean pants to wear tomorrow?
I said what I said. The Unsolicited Opinions podcast starts now.
Please, this is a public place.
Hi, my name is Fareedah. I'm the product marketing manager at Busha. And today's episode of the podcast, we discussed money relationship with friends, family. We also talked about our delulu figures.
Yes.
And then we answered some money dilemmas. Enjoy.
Oh, yes, so cute. That was so nice. That was actually really lovely. Hello, boys and girls.
Hello all.
Greetings to you all.
From Busha.
Hi, everyone. My name is Fareedah. I'm the product marketing manager at Busha. And yeah.
Lovely.
Yay.
Lovely. Friend of the house, Fareedah.
Yeah.
Yes, long-time friend of the pod.
How have you been? How was your weekend?
I've been good. My weekend was a bit quiet thanks to the rain. On Friday, I attended this lovely dinner at Georgia. The food was so good.
It's
so
good. Every time I go, I'm
still dreaming about it. Because I remember that they were asking us if we wanted to take leftovers and everybody was doing it. I said, please grab me that.
That bread.
Exactly.
Pack everything.
I took the bread and I ate it. But yeah, it was a lovely dinner. Then on Saturday, I think I went to a professional event. So just builders in fintech. Just so we did a little bit of LinkedIn here and there. And then on Sunday, I just stayed in. I was supposed to do a couple of errands, but everywhere was filled.
Yeah.
Thanks to what's that screenshot? Didn't I have it
in line?
Do you know the number of times someone sent it to me and I was like,
good
for you to send this tweet to me from Jola with no context is so crazy. But I was like, I don't even need the context. I understand.
It's all in line, man.
People have been frying a car.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't fry a car.
The thing is, I personally prefer kuli.
Okay, that's your...
I think that's more profitable. Like when you even brand it,
what
KK for
fits
short.
me is actually roasted corn because you can have like garnishes. See, Fareedah makes it, I know that's not her hair, but she makes it a chili
fantastic
oil. As a chili oil.
Chili crunch.
She makes a chili crunch. But think about roasted corn and the chili. We're going somewhere. We're going somewhere.
I like that.
So, I suggest you guys get on.
And you need to sell it by the roadside.
That is the key. I don't think you can get the grant if you have all this fancy packaging.
No. Roadside.
You need all those nylon.
With a fan.
Fan. Dollar fan.
The hand one.
No, you know that. You know that.
And one small akpoti. That's all you need.
That is it.
The rougher, the better.
Yeah. Anything Instagram page is already filled. Don't worry. Once you're corn.
Do you know the crazy thing is how far that thing has gone? I got downstairs and my mom's housekeeper was going up. The babe was completely irritated because she's post-jam, like figuring out your school and all that kind of stuff. She, like when you're so shocked that like Nigeria are trying to figure out what to do with their lives and you're telling me that for this country to move, see, in this AI world,
what's killing me is that the hope
Nigerians
that they have is I said, no, it can't. That's actually the challenge.
It's so crazy.
There's a way that you think people are mugs that you start to do certain things.
Yeah. But also like just generally, I think it's very difficult for people to understand how bad like our leaders' lack of imagination is. Like thinking, I think I saw an interview that Mamdani did, and it was talking about how one of the problems the Democrats are having right now is that there seems to be like a lack of imagination about what's possible. So when you come with ideas about, we need to figure out how to keep money in people's pockets, the first reaction is like, oh, that's not possible. Yeah. Or we need to figure out how to get kids doing better in schools. Like, oh, that's not possible. Yeah. Or it's just like automatic. So when in your leader's minds, the best that can happen to move a country forward is en masse. kuli and
But you've forgotten
corn.
that
Roasted
in a
corn.
sense, we've done some integration because the husband first told us to farm
the
We
plant.
didn't listen.
Plant.
We didn't
No, this is
listen.
forward integration.
This is an evolution.
You plant first.
Because he first told us to plant corn. Now that you've planted,
You have to roast.
after
After
that
harvest.
after that
Yeah,
last year
roast.
that you were planting,
Mhm.
now they've given you grants to sell. So it's a grand plan that they have,
Which is all in line.
with
You guys, I don't think you understand that. People
Nah.
think I'm joking.
this is actually the
But everything
agenda.
is in line.
I'm telling you, it's in line.
Everything
It's
is in line.
You see the way yesterday the whole of Lagos was flooded in line.
This morning,
That's what they call master plan.
this morning, our producer called. She was like, "Jola, I'm so sorry. I'm stuck. She's stuck in her
How
house.
to
because of the
that's part
flooding."
of the master
I
plan.
said it's in line. Don't worry. You see, everything that we have now is in actual. As your life is now, know that that's Tinubu's plan for you.
I'm telling you the truth.
Don't move away.
Chevy, when he was in government, they did master plan in Lagos. We're seeing it now. We're seeing it. All your roads are flooded.
God.
Mainland,
It's in line.
island. That's the plan.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
think
plan.
that's the first time. Do you know how wide that Bargada Expressway
Yeah,
is?
of course.
Like for it to be so flooded, I was actually in shock.
My parents' church is off. That like Urban Ikorodu. Their church is flooded. My mom sent me pictures this morning. So obviously she was irritated, so I could not tell her it's in line. She was not in a good mood, so I couldn't say it's in
Master
line.
plan.
But it's like all the small things. Small things are never really a small thing. So, it's all fun games, taking pictures and putting like snazzy tweets when your waste isn't picked up or the canal is flooded but there's a reason why those things are important and they matter.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about, then there's also like the second order effects. Like people are walking in flooded water that's filled with garbage. So there's going to be an uptick in cholera. There's going to be an uptick in food poisoning.
Yeah, because
There's going to
somebody
be-
said something about like how the deaths that are caused by this flooding is not being recorded. And I'm just like, actually, like we're not talking about it enough.
Yeah.
Because I imagine that, especially little kids, like when you see the videos that are coming out from places like Ikorodu, like, I'm just like, how can anybody survive that?
Yeah. So it's,
Right.
it's all
If
those
your
things.
house, which already is, poorly ventilated and all these things, you don't even have potable water, is now flooded to knee level.
With dirty water.
With nasty water.
Yes.
It's inside your mattress. It's inside. Where are you supposed to go from there?
And then when, like the flood will recede a little bit, but then there'll be like large puddles of standing water and that's malaria. It's
But smooth, ultimately.
So I think ultimately we don't understand. Everybody acts like bad governance, poor management of people is just about what happens in the immediate. There's so many second, third order effects. I don't know. It just feels something. I feel like we're in a fever dream, but it's the worst type of dream because you wake up and the dream is worse than it was yesterday. So it was. I didn't have like a great weekend.
That Sunday's rain was.
Let me tell you how bad it was. So the rain ended and then I woke up in the night. One thunder woke me up. And my first thought was, tomorrow is going to be awful. Right? Just like, so that rain on top of rain is just going to be awful. My own weekend was, So I had all these things I was supposed to do. One of my friends, her husband and some of her friends organized a surprise thing. I couldn't go. Then another friend invited me for like a sleepover. I couldn't go. So I was just saying, you know what? Fakemi has pledged 100K to whoever can figure out waxing, painless waxing.
Waxing as a service.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Wax tech.
to like make it painless. But mine is really periods because that's what took me out this weekend. I was so uncomfortable and in so much pain. And then I was also just, my moods were so erratic.
Yeah.
And I just thought, this is so
No, it's too bad.
unnecessary and so uncomfortable. I really wanted to go and watch. There's a film that has come out. I think it's called Remy and Norma. Have you seen it?
that?
It's
But I
based
don't
on
know.
it's based on like the story of Hannah in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
And I really want to go. I really, really wanted to go and see it. So I think I want to try and see it this week. But I was in such, when you wake up and you're already like, I think it's best for everybody that just stay in minimal contact with the human race. Let me just stay by myself. Nobody should ask me if I'm hungry, if I want to talk. Just let me be by myself. The mood swings, and then the rain made it worse. And then I was seeing tons of video. I was just so sad for people. I'm like, some people have already had a bad day. And then their houses are going to get flooded. Someone's baby is going to get sick. Like I guarantee you, like there are at least, and I'm not saying it to be a negative Nancy or anything. Like there are a couple of people that are going to die, and it's directly attributed
Because
to
of
this thing.
this
Yes.
thing.
It's
Directly.
It's not like it's just
True.
facts. Like this is going to happen because of flooding,
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Even if you just
flooding.
look at your house, there's so many insects that I'm like, we fumigated this house 2 weeks ago now. Which one is? There are just so many things that if you look at people who, if they're not at the market, they leave their stuff in their market stores. I saw a video of somebody's, all their, like the things they were selling just inside water.
I also imagine that they would kind of rinse it out with clean water and then sell it.
That's what I was now like.
We're all in trouble at this point.
You will not come back here. You've shown me that this thing was in the flood.
Mm-hmm.
Who's not going to buy it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
But you still sell it because how are you going to throw all this stuff away?
Yeah.
Someone I know was like, oh, she got really, really ill, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I suspect you had like food poisoning or cholera. Because I think she just felt like, she has never really been ill like this before, and it was something she ate. And I was like, I'm trying to think of how people prepare food this season, where they store the food. And I was just like, do you know what? Light has been so epileptic. It has been so bad. Like power has been so, I can't count the number of interactions I've had with people where it's like they've been trying to get something done, but there's no light in their area. And then the place where they normally go to work, there's no light there too. I'm just like, this is not how.
Bro, my internet has not worked for 4 days.
Yeah, one of my friends' little cousins had a meltdown because she works virtually and she works for an American company and the pay is great, but she was like, I can't. So she basically moved into a hotel to be able to work because she can't. But there was a 2-hour lag that she wasn't available. And she said it was so embarrassing having to explain
that the internet
to her superior that it's like the internet isn't working because there's no light, and when it rains, that you could tell the person was just so confused and thought at some point the guy must have thought she was lying because like, what do you mean you can't work because of rain? And like because it sounds like the kind of lie that doesn't when you're trying to lie on the spot and it doesn't jar. So it's just small stupid things, and I'm tired of feeling so pessimistic all the time. But the moral of the story is get your PVC.
That's actually
PVC.
Thank you. I've been saying it
ends up because
if
you guys think this is cute, worse is coming. If you allow them,
it's awful
to come back. I promise you, because there's no election after that, so nobody has to even give the small damn that they're giving now.
Yeah, it's really, really
so these
upsetting. You went to a wedding. You looked quite cute.
I did. Thank you very much. I looked like Haja. Someone came out. I was like, you look like you married an allergy.
You did, actually.
I said, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. You don't know what I have going on. No, it was fun. Daya. So I've known Daya since we were in primary. Daya and I were in Mrs. Benson's lesson. If you know Mrs. Benson's lesson, you ought to have children.
Multiple,
now. Actually. If you know Betty Benson's lesson, you really ought to be advanced in your life at this juncture. Anyway, I used to sit down next to Daya at after school lesson in primary school. Then we went to the same secondary school for a bit and we were friends since then. And then he got married to my mom's goddaughter, TLC. So it was it felt like a reunion. I saw everyone I've known, like primary school, secondary school, all the way at the wedding. But that was really, really fun. And I have no idea who did the decor, but the after party setup was probably the best I've seen.
Really?
The stage was like in the middle.
Okay.
And so I don't know how to explain it, but it was, all of us were just like, wow, just the way, not even the decor, the way it was arranged. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I was reading something about getting people to spend more time thinking about how they want things to feel as opposed to look and designing based on that. So how do you want to feel when you're parenting? How do you want to feel about your home? How do you want to feel about if you're having like a dinner? How do you want the dinner to feel for people? Not just how do you want it to look. If you're getting married, if you're planning things, basically like thinking about how you want your life to feel and then leading with that. But I think a great way a great way to think about that is like with design thinking. So when people do like parties and stuff like that, you can always tell when someone has thought about, this is what I want to happen during the party, as opposed to this thing is going to look mad, because it's two very different.
Yeah,
it's two very, very different things. But that's nice. I mean, also now, like, people are just going crazy with.
Bro,
they usually cram.
That's it. So I just liked it that I don't know even. It was just very little things. It wasn't anything crazy, but I just liked. So for example, there were a lot of people that I didn't realize were there until I saw their Instagram the next day. Because of how they did it, you were a bit spread out, which I honestly preferred.
Yeah, that's refreshing.
Because packing everybody, and they had like just things separated where, the main bar was here, this other thing was here. So everybody was not moving
in the same direction.
In a direction for any reason.
Yeah. I went for a party recently, and this is just, I know this is going to cost more money, but it really helped. So they had scaffolding, and so the speakers were up.
Oh, brilliant! Because we sat next to the speaker.
It was like 8 speakers, but they were around, so the sound was coming up, down. So there was at no point did anybody feel like they were standing
and then
in a funny. They were standing in a funny place because they were placed right by the speaker. And I know that was something that either the bride or the groom had to be like, yeah, this has happened to me so many times. I need you guys to figure out how much it will cost for these speakers to be.
No, because we sat down not just next to the speakers, next to the drummer. It was only when I moved away that I realized that actually I can't hear anything. People were saying, I said, it's so loud. It's actually so loud. So this is something, but no, that was really fun. And then Sunday, one thing, I mean, it's like, you can tell when we're getting old, because before, after the wedding, you go out. This time, when someone even suggested it, if you see all of us were standing outside, if you see the way all our faces change, that this is 2:30. This is almost 3. We will start the second part of the evening at this hour, and there's just something about being in trad inside the clubhouse.
Yeah,
it's itchy. Okay. So,
exactly.
It's tight. Like people are now like, okay, maybe I'll go home and change.
No way.
I'll now change. I'll now leave my house 3:30 to. I said, you guys, I actually love being outside, but not like this.
No way.
We can't. You have to let go of the nights. We've done it. You have to free. We've been here since 6 p.m.
No, absolutely no way. I only have one friend that's still like, she can hang. Like, she's down.
No, I can't hang anymore. I love to pretend. But
I'm always, when I'm with that friend, I always try and make sure that I've roped in other people so she can try and convince them, because I'm just like, no, thank you. She doesn't want to go back home to like 6.
Another club.
Yes.
Then when she just like, I want to go to buy shawarma in Marroquin.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing that always, I'm like, okay, fine, we're going home. Next thing at 4, where are we going to eat? I'm like, you guys.
It's so ridiculous.
Half of you in this place, you have children now, John. Now stop. Your children are going to wake up. You won't have gotten home. So I'm like,
oh my gosh, that was one of my friends. She was so embarrassed.
The thing that embarrassed me, we were going back. We're going back, and so we were 4 in the car, and we were going to drop one of our friends off. And her husband was going to CrossFit at 6 a.m. and passed us at the estate gates and just wound down and shook his head that your children are awake. They've been looking for their mother.
Yeah, that happened to a friend
They're just coming home. I just said,
yep. She said basically what happened was she went out with her friends, and it was her friends that come from America, and so they were all excited. They were like, no, you're not going home to mama call something. She was like, I'm the mama, actually. I'm the mama who's supposed to call. Got home. She got home at like 6:45, looked bedraggled. Her children were eating breakfast, because they were going to leave the house to go to school at like 7:15. She said when she wanted to kill her. So her son was like, oh, mommy, where did you go? She was like, look at the length of this skirt. Where do you think I went, bro? And her husband was just like, see your life outside.
No, the way he looked, because he was in his gym gear, and he just was like...
She said, her husband answered this one. They said, don't marry all these modern ladies.
No, he looked at us as if to say, this is why they say you should not follow single women out, because these ones, they don't have anybody they are going home to. But it was so funny that day, because he just wound down. He didn't say anything, and he was just like, look, I'm going to the gym. Look at this. So anyway, look, that's life. What else? On Sunday, I mean, I had lofty ambitions until the rain. And the thing is, I was already outside by the time the rain started. What a bloody disaster.
Oh no.
Just entering, my salon is where Dolce is.
Yeah.
Just walking from the entrance to the salon, my trousers were soaked to my knees.
Oh
No.
for
The
sure.
water was like, and that place wasn't flooded, but it was just so violent that there was nothing, there was no amount of umbrella that could help. Like in the salon, people were using blow dryers to try and dry.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
Yeah. You know, my road is like under construction,
Yeah.
so it's not even. It's the whole thing is just raggedy.
It was just hard. I was seeing people in Jeeps were turning off their AC wine, just trying to like maneuver the water.
Yeah.
And then also like
Crazy.
the car would fog up and it's really, and it gets dangerous to drive. It was just I saw some people's cars, you know, like where the water had gotten to. I was like, there is no way, your engine is gone. There is no actual way. Like water is by your window. There is no, your engine is finished, and the car maybe is parked on a street. So you guys have on street parking. Finished.
And there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do. So it's like, even if you are like, oh, let me bring the car inside the compound. Nothing. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing, like, let's say you're even like, okay, let me even try and say, there's nothing, because plus the compound, plus the road, everything is submerged, but it's all in line. It's all in line with the Renewed Hope agenda, as directed by His Excellency GCFR Bola Ahmed.
People are still being on, because there was someone at the wedding that was joining the rest of us to complain about things, but he had that sign. That. So when he started talking, all of us kept quiet. He was not wondering what happened. I said, "City boy." Here's your mandate for standing like that.
We're swimming in.
Lord, you have 1 point Saturday night. See the way you came out proudly. See the way you came out proudly. He now said, "Oh, why has everybody stopped talking?" I said, "Why has everybody stopped talking?"
Yeah.
This is your plan.
It's on your mandate. We are swimming, my dear.
What are you talking about? All right, hello boys and girls.
Hello everybody.
Hello. Oh, as the summer is coming, we need to get our money up.
Exactly.
Okay? So we have partnered with our friends Busha. And they are having a savings challenge.
Yes.
Okay. Here's what you're gonna do to be able to join our little savings challenge.
Yep. Open a Busha account. Yes. Right? Then create a savings challenge. And because our own is always different, you know what you're going to call it?
Yeah.
You're going to call it Big Money, Small Problem.
In Jesus' name. If you don't call it that, you're not part of our challenge. So when you set up your savings profile in the Busha app, which you've downloaded by now, you will call it Big Money, Small Problems.
And consistently, not that you try and be sharp, then in December, you just put on big money. No. Over time, every month, set a target, put money in there little by little. When you spend money, let's say you thought something was 300K, you get there is 270. Don't spend the 30, throw it inside that place.
Throw it inside. If you want to do weekly, if you want to do monthly, if you want to automate your savings, you can do that. And every month, Busha is going to be rewarding people who are consistent in their savings.
Exactly.
It's not about just putting big money there on one day so you think you can game the system. No. Yeah. It is about who is consistently saving from June till December.
I don't know what you guys are going to be saving for, but I'm actually going to be saving for my December Faji. So when I collect that money,
I know that when you see me outside in December, you know that the money is guilt-free that I am spending. And if you just downloaded Busha, or if you are just about to download the Busha app, don't forget to use the referral code ISWIS so that people will continue to support your girls.
Yeah. So see you in our Big Money, Small Problems Savings Challenge.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I also have a little left turn I want to take. And it's about how much which is interesting because it's obviously a comedy podcast. But I think Nigerians are starting to laugh too much.
I agree.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I think we're starting to laugh too much.
Yes.
And I think it doesn't help that social media optimizes for engagement is engagement, period, right? But for example, I'll give 2 examples. So recently I saw like a couple of tweets and then TikToks like bantering South Africa about losing their match to, is it Croatia? or the last match.
Canada, they're out.
Canada, they're out. Yeah, Canada, they're out of the
Thank
World
God
Cup.
for that.
And people were like, oh, something banter. And I was like, the problem is that I think banter is reserved for relationships with like, maybe Ghana or, the UK, where you have an amicable but competitive relationship. When there is violent xenophobia happening to your countrymen, I don't think the response under the guise of satire should be, we're bantering them. They are our ops, guys. Like, there's nothing funny. So, to me, banter is an extension of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we should, under the guise of satire, like, basically, I think that we're hiding some form of cowardice behind banter because it's easier to use like what I'll call wicked humor than to express disappointment and disdain. And I don't know that Nigerians understand the difference because humor has been our coping mechanism for so long. Like, there's nothing... That is not friendly opposition. They are
actually out there killing people.
They are actually out there. Today is the 30th of... Today is the 29th. Tomorrow is the 30th of June. And I don't know if anybody has been following what's happening, but there's a March and March group in South Africa that has made the 30th of June like a deadline for migrants to leave, African migrants to leave South Africa. And if you watch the videos, they vandalize people's stores, they beat people up, they are threatening people, they are, telling people, like doctors not to treat people, pulling small kids out of school. Like, it is not, there's nothing there that indicates that humor is the acceptable reaction. You are my up. Like, I know it's one of those things where there's uncomfortable conversations to be had about how xenophobia arises. We're Nigerians. This is the truth. When government fails anywhere around the world, the first excuse and the first people that are always picked on are outsiders. So when a country isn't doing well,
it's tribalism, they've come to take.
Tribalism expands. So you see like tribes having issues. At the moment, globally, there's a recession that nobody's calling a recession because of AI. And, Elon Musk is now a trillionaire. So we're all deceiving ourselves that his wealth is our wealth. But people are having a really hard time. And what's happening all over the world, you can see is people saying immigration should reduce, go back to your country. So there's nothing new. But what makes this particularly difficult to stomach is how South Africa is specifically choosing African migrants to go after. And considering their history, considering the relationship that Africa has had with South Africa, it is, for lack of it, it's not as if xenophobia is understandable in any regard, but this is particularly like worrying. This is particularly troubling. Yeah. Right. So I've been thinking about it, and I saw a fantastic write-up about it, about how sometimes you push the limits of satire till nothing is actually funny and you are now the joke. And I think Nigeria is edging towards that. Where you don't... I haven't seen, whether it's from like Nigerian celebrities, the Nigerian government, South African celebrities, and South African government, I haven't seen any stringent, serious, measured approach. Like, just talking.
There's been no response. They've just like offered to bring people back.
People
have started leaving, but there's been no response. And for Nigerians, I honestly think I have a slightly different take from cowardice, because I think that honestly to survive in Nigeria is a form of protest. Like, it's already a level of bravery that one does not really have to aspire to. But I think it's a response to hopelessness, because sincerely, for a lot of people, there's nothing you can do.
So I understand
there's so much for South Africa, I think different, but like a Nigerian living in Nigeria, trying to absorb just the gravity of the mess that we're in. It is a case of sometimes, not every time, if you don't laugh, you cry. But the problem is that we're only laughing all the time.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I mean.
We don't, and to the point where the people that are doing it, they know we'll laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, last, you banter now.
And you forget about it.
And then you forget about it because it's like, what's his face from the government saying he cannot see the hunger that people are talking about? I said, you went on national news. In other countries, you'd have lost your job because you can't come out and say crazy things like you cannot see that guy said he talked to his staff.
Yeah.
And asked them if they were hungry.
Or Tokunbo Wahab saying that who is the commissioner for the environment, by the way, in Lagos. So that's who's supposed to oversees things like waste management. He oversees quite a number of like important things, but in the context of this conversation is waste management. And so obviously people like on social media tagging him. Mm-hmm. He says things like he won't dignify XYZ with an answer, or he has a very combative attitude. And I'm just like, I don't think there is enough of when your national armor becomes humor, what happens unfortunately is everybody starts to treat you like a joke.
Yeah, right.
Do you understand what I mean? If every time Feyikemi offends me, I turn it to a joke, she will inevitably say,
sure,
Najol, I don't mind her.
You will find it funny, don't worry.
Then nothing is off limits. So what was an honest mistake or her attempt to maybe cheat me out of something just to test the waters now becomes a lifestyle till there is just, I have nothing. I have no dignity. I have no sense of, I have no standing. I have no nothing. So it's something I've been thinking about recently. The reason why satire doesn't work in Nigeria is because it is our reality.
Yeah.
So satire is supposed to be an exaggeration, right? But there's nothing that is exaggerated in Nigeria. If England was to satirize littering, the satire would be like, because one person threw a can, the can blocked the canal, and then now the whole city flooded. The thing is that satire,
that's actually what's
impossible.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, it is not impossible, right? It is very, very possible. So it's just something to think about, where if your first instinct is to set ring light, to crack a joke about banditry, it's not every time. It's not everything that is funny. Some things, like there's nothing funny about death.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing funny. It's not a 90-year-old that lived long and died in his sleep happily, or cracked a joke and said he was taking a nap. It's like, there's nothing funny. And it's just something where in the face of hopelessness, I don't know. Especially because I think I know why I'm bothered. It's because there's also the aspect of monetizing that.
That's
satire.
That's satire. So you're
do you understand what I'm trying to say?
You're making money from...
You're making money from making a mockery.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I mean, since we're talking about money, I have a whole point about this content monetization thing, because I don't know if you guys have seen what has been happening with this Yap challenge online. Okay, we'll come back to it, but it's one of the more fascinating things. I sent you a very long voice notes at 4 a.m. because of this thing. No, I was carried away. I was carried away because it's just part of this. It's like just digging into people talking on the internet, people being paid for engagement on the internet and making money, and what it is allowing them to do. I mean, thinking about it in Nigerian context, thank you so much, is quite interesting. But yeah, before we move on, I must say that I did my hair, and the girls from Notch Hair sent me this hair.
It's very cute. I like the color.
If you know Timmy or Toby or Jora, you know that the first thing you think about when you think about them is French girls.
Yeah.
So I love people that just take like what is true to them and go into it. So obviously now they started a business with the French girl, and it's quite lovely. It's quite a lovely one. I'm on a hair journey.
Yes,
I'm
you
on a hair
said.
journey. That's the only way to say it. I went to the salon with my own self-prepared hot oil treatment and deep conditioner. I was so pleased with myself. When I got there was another babe. When I was saying it, she was like, "Oh my God, where did you buy your chibi powder?" I said, "I found my people." I felt like I was on YouTube in 2015. You know that year when people were putting avocado on their mayonnaise? Yeah. All those egg. I can't believe we were doing that.
Afakwa was the queen of...
We're blending all sorts of things.
Afakwa was the queen of all that stuff. My friend from uni, she And she has, I think her hair is
She has
probably
beautiful
her
hair.
hair is probably at her bum now.
She has
beautiful
stunning
long
hair.
thick hair. But when we're in uni, I
Omo,
literally say what she just says. Oh, I can't. Is a wash day. Everybody understood
She
because
was
she'll be there 4
mixing-
hours.
You know how people are blending pepper? She was blending
Avocado, egg,
on YouTube. There was nothing the girls were
rice
not
water.
There was what was a black tea rinse? Oh, there was nothing. Rice water. There was a mayonnaise and egg face. There was another time there was I was like, with the price of avocado.
Yeah. The thing that I'm getting into now is, so you know, Brazil has a range of like phenotypes. So there's like, you see a Brazilian that looks like Giselle Bündchen, and then you see a Brazilian that looks like me and you. So they have a range of stuff. And so black Brazilians, if you check, they tend to have like really full, thick, long hair. And so people have been asking them like, "Yo, sorry, what do you guys do to your hair?" And it was just like, "Oh, they wash their hair like very regular. Like some people wash it every 2 days, but they also, it's like low manipulation. So you just see them with their frozen and stuff." So African American babes like jumped on the wave and were like, "Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to try and see if this is."
So the washing, I take everything seriously. So I have a trichologist, and I was saying this to my friend, and she was like, "Sometimes you say things, and I just think,
but it makes sense to me."
Nice,
what? She was like, everybody else went on YouTube, did their own. I said, please, I'm into experts, professionals, and the reason is because I don't like. Look, I'm not good at all these things. Oh, skincare. I don't know the meaning of the peptide or this PR or something. I don't know the meaning of all the actives. I don't know how to.
So I think we're too grown to be winging it.
Bro,
like,
I don't know how to spell.
Just wake up one day and see that half of your hair is gone.
I don't know how to spell Niamicide. I can't spell any of these things. Okay, so now imagine me. My hair is damaged and whatever. I'll now say that I want to start my own regimen. And now someone get on Instagram saying ChatGPT. I said.
ChatGPT what?
Well, now I would describe my hair.
Problem, yes, now.
I'll take a picture of my hair
and send it to ChatGPT.
I said good.
Then black hair, I don't think that's a good idea.
The ChatGPT will now describe
tell you
the
what
product.
it is that you need
I
to
said
do.
you guys. There's a lot of things AI is doing. But we can't actually take it. Anyway, I saw the trichologist. She put like all this magnifying glass in my hair. And you can see the damage. Like, she was like, look at this part of your hair. See how it looks like zoomed in. Look at this other part of your hair. Everything was very clear. I'm on a strict regimen. And the most important thing with the regimen, it sounds silly, is washing your hair.
Yeah, very
and
regularly.
Also, not putting things on your scalp. All this grow oil, whatever, it's for the length of your hair. You're not supposed to douse your scalp because it blocks. We don't realize that hair grows from your scalp, not from the back. So just imagine, by the time you've blocked everywhere
with debris,
with growing oil and cream and gel and balm, you've blocked everywhere. Where should the hair grow from? And then you don't wash your hair for 3 weeks. So there's no reason why your hair cannot grow. It can never. So I was just wondering, I was like, why would washing your hair? But it just makes perfect sense when you think about the fact that your hair grows from your scalp, and the more products you put on it, the more you need to be washing. So if you're going to be doing all this growth, you have to wash your hair every 3 days. So I'm on a weekly, no matter what. The baby that braided my hair was so upset yesterday because I was like, you can't use gel. She was so upset. I said,
but that's also like
Mama, don't you remember that year when you went? We weren't doing that now, and
like,
everybody's hair was neat.
They're being somehow.
I'm like,
these
you guys
days.
are being. We used to do this thing.
They're being somehow these days.
We used to use,
especially because like after the second day, the hair is already. I'm like, so what's the point? Just use my natural.
And then it'll be flaking.
Like, just use my hair. And I'm like, I also don't need all this oil. I've actually oiled my hair. Don't worry. You don't need to then oil every single. First oil. You know, they'll first oil your hair. Then as they are cutting it, I'm like, look at the amount of product on your
hand. Yeah.
So I've stopped all those things.
I'm sure when you left, she said that stupid girl.
I'm telling you, she was actually so
a difficult
upset.
customer.
She just kept saying, "How will you make it neat?" And so I have some patches that are like hormonal. See, PCOS, the nasty thing. I'm having hormonal hair loss. I finally did my hormonal blood panel. Everything is out of whack. Don't worry, everything is not adding up. Anyway, my endocrinologist, second professional. But now I'm on a hormone regimen, not supplement, just food. She explained to me that your hair cannot grow. based on what I'm looking at.
You don't have enough vitamins.
Your hormones are fighting the growth of any good thing in your body. So just rebalancing with food. But I was just like, there's a lot that like we thought we knew that actually, and the truth is, the more complicated you make it, the wronger you generally are.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly you need to wash your hair. Find like a good leave-in conditioner to moisturize your hair and be balancing the moisture and the protein, and also trim your ends. Finish.
Yeah.
Anything
I don't
after
need, like
that,
7, even for skincare.
yeah. Anything after that is your personal wish that you want to do.
My
but
hairdresser
it's
was
actually
like,
not
in the
more.
middle of the week, I should wash my hair with my cornrows. And like just put a deep conditioner in it. When she puts shower cap, I was like, even with the brush, I was like, yes. So that when I come again, we wash. She was like, let's just try and keep this thing as simple as possible. I was like, okay.
I think that when I had locks, as somebody that used to, pack all the products. Well, the biggest shock I had was, as I was leaving, say, Madam, you cannot touch this hair. Just be washing it. I said, what do you mean I cannot touch it?
Are you serious?
Yeah, like, she said, no products. Just wash your hair.
You can't put products in when you do locks.
And I was like, I don't, like, my hair needs to grow. Like, look at it. And she said, I had to give it out. She said no. So I kept the locks for a year. And then every time I go to relock, they do like the deep conditioning. They do the hot oil treatments. They do like all of those things for you. But it was a really shock because I was like, what do you mean I have to be washing my hair? Just washing my hair. The hair would not grow. So every time, and I have one of this hair it's soft, but it also shrinks.
Okay.
So every time I go, I always complain that my hair is not growing. And then they will now stretch it out for me and say, see, it's growing now. No, put more stuff. I need you to put. I saw something on Twitter. I need you to put this in. Do you have this? I said, Madam, you don't need it. That woman was so frustrated. But yeah, like the simpler the better.
Yeah,
honestly.
but the videos are so convincing. You'll see somebody whose hair, they'll just put 2023, their hair is here. 2026, their hair is here. They'll not say, I've been using this new Korean products on my hair. Then another person will say,
15 steps, something,
these Ayurvedic products they are using. Then another person has said, no, you don't need to look.
So that when I saved it, I was just like, what are you looking for?
To be honest, I actually use the cherry powder. Let me not lie to you. Another person will say, no, everything you need is in Nigeria. Local products are, you can faint.
Another person say you need to be doing trade.
God bless you. If you buy everything, also it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Someone said, sacred thermal gel, silky.
I remember when that Miel, Rosemary, and like the girls were going crazy about. What is it now?
And so you buy all these like different products. And so where do we all end up? One of the hardest rules for me to follow, I'm not allowed to put anything on my scalp ever at all. Outside of the salon.
Really? So during the week, what do you do?
I put minoxidil on my scalp every night. I have a very light serum that I'm allowed to put twice if it's dry. Finish.
Makes sense, honestly.
Because just like, it's better to do this. Otherwise, what's all this? What do you know is inside all these oils that you're putting? And we just misunderstand how things like work and everything. But it's very interesting.
Speaking of spending, do you guys want to talk about like how like relationship with money and how you spend?
Actually,
my relationship with money is estranged.
Wow. Please. You guys are not close at the moment.
No. While having some difficulty is what I think it is. But I don't know what is my relationship. I used to have a very bad relationship with money. So before, I was too far on the thing of money like will come. I used to just spend money with a viewpoint of don't worry.
I don't think that that's entirely bad.
It's not bad, but it's not like the sensible way to do it. I still do it now, but in a sensible way. Because what would happen was I was always prioritizing spending, not even on just silly things, but it was just let the money move. You cannot live like that as an adult. Money can't just be moving out every time. Some of it has to be growing. Some of it has to be coming in and all that. Whereas now, my relationship with money is a bit different. But what's happened is my eye is also very big now in a way that it wasn't before. So my eye has spoiled. And what I realize is there's actually so much money in the world that I don't have. And that's my primary issue that I'm having with money.
And you can't access it.
God bless you.
I think my problem with money is that I was exposed to the idea of having a lot of money because of people around me who had done pretty incredible things and made quite a bit of money. It warped my mind into how easy it is to 100%. Make money. And so I was rich by association, which means I did not have money, but I knew people that had money. So I assumed money was just in the neighborhood. Yeah. Like just chilling.
And even worse still, when we were growing up, I had a very healthy pocket money, even all the way through uni. And I can never forget the day that ended. I was in absolute shock. What I realized is, as a family, they have money. As a person,
poor as hell.
Sorry about that.
I live in their house. I'm not part of them.
Yeah. I think it's also, so I think if you work in like the creative scene or in tech scene, you have good friends who have made
a lot of money.
Stupid
I
money.
read Naira Life every now and then. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, some of the stories are varied. So you see somebody that's like a vulcanizer, but then you also see somebody that's did the same role and earning like, oh, fuck shit, man. I say, what am I doing wrong? Do I need to do? And then you console yourself with another like, oh, story of a one woman that's making 250. And you're like, okay, I'm not bad. I'm still better. And then you go next week, I read another story of somebody that is making like, and then they say, oh, their accumulative salary was like $10,000. You're not even speaking in Naira again.
Yeah, I think relationships with money are like shaped by different things. So there's family as well. So I have one parent who's like a risk taker, and I have one parent that's very conservative. But my personality is more in line with the risk taker, and so sometimes the way I function is almost like I feel like I need to not have money so that ideas can flow.
Okay, you want to spark your creative juice. But you know what I realized?
I never realized that it's when you're broke
that you start thinking.
You just be like, if I open police station,
please, dollar.
If I you start having unique ideas.
Who provides access to internet is a serious uniform. Access to internet is a serious issue because you start seeing this proximity thing is a big problem. A big problem. And I blame everybody in my family, sincerely. Look, my mom is a big babe. My mom is a big babe. She's high flying. Recently, she used to be the vice president of OBPS, Girls Guide Association. They do a trip every year for their like conference. So this time they went to Cambodia. Mommy was in Cambodia for like 10 days. She was, doing this, doing that. My grandma. So I hang out with my grandma a lot, which is a big problem for me. Now, just like my grandma, I'm a bag girl. In life, if I'm going to spend money on anything like that is expensive, it's going to be a bag or it's going to be jewelry. Because of who? My grandmother. Here's the problem. My grandmother is 84. My grandmother is Dupe Sego of Sego Gele. Like the original.
Yeah.
So since she was like 20-something, she has built wealth.
Well,
now just imagine me and her talking about bags together. And she'll just be like, hey, yes, I really like this one. Me too. With my mouth. I'll be there. I also really like, I have to always catch myself that this lady, it's for she can afford anything she wants to buy. As for me, why am I even in this? So a lot of times, and it's the same thing with friends, like my friendship group is quite varied, but some people have done well in a way that is not the norm, but it feels like it is the norm because they're like two or three of them.
And you speak to them
so regularly that you start to lose sight of the fact that this success they've gained, especially in things like maybe tech, or one of my friends that has a business like in catering, baking, said something the other day that I couldn't believe what she said. We're all talking about investment. Talking about investment. Me, I was talking about the little investment that I have here.
So it was like, so we have, fixed deposit. We have like some
God
instruments.
bless
And
you.
like,
I was talking about
and
my
then you're
mutual
saying, I just
funds.
put $100 in BTC.
Thank you.
Who is that?
God is God that will bless you. We're talking about how, we just, I have like this in mutual funds, this, that. She was talking about Vanguard ETFs, blah, blah, blah. By the time she mentioned like the fifth thing, one of other affairs said, sorry, come. In these, like, all these things you mentioned. So she was now saying that basically there is a startup that allows you to invest in properties abroad.
Yeah.
So she's looking at Dubai. So we said, okay, now, no problem. This is a lovely, lovely lunch that we're having. Lovely conversation. All these things that you mentioned now, are you just like exploring them, or you have like
substantial?
Then she said, like if she's going to go into something, it's minimum like 5 million, 10 million in each instrument. I said,
sorry?
What does that mean? She said, she puts like 5, 10 in each instrument. I said, 5, 10. Look, do you see it? 5, 10 is what she said. She's like this.
Like,
so she's not even sure.
Said, so my other friend said, do you know the gap between 5 and 10 million? Are you... You mentioned like 6 things.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you have 5, 10 in each of these things as your investment.
Yeah.
My friend said that this year, will she make that combined money?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just realized I've been playing with you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, so it's interesting. But these days, I'm trying to be more respectful of money. I don't know how to explain that. But
I know what you mean. It's not working for me.
I used to be quite disrespectful of money in the sense that the way I just treat it is not good. It's not like something that I want to grow. And there are people that you treat well.
Yeah.
I have not been treating money in a good way. I'm always like so antagonistic with it, where everything I want to buy, even if I want to buy it, is always like the money's coming out. But I'm trying a different approach now, where I'm like, maybe if I'm a bit more thoughtful and respectful of you, you will walk with me.
Yeah.
You will walk with me to have it. So yeah, I used to also have a very large like scarcity mindset, where if I've made money today, I feel like if I don't hold on to everything so tightly, then it can't stretch or it won't go. But the truth is, that's actually not the way.
Not true. I think a lot of people actually have a scarcity mindset, which is why a lot of Nigerians are more confident with savings than investment. Like, I'd rather put my money in a job. Or at most savings, where I know that, okay, if I put 50K, by the end of the month, I'm coming back to me that 50K.
Yeah.
If you give me maybe 51K, I'll take it. Thank you very much. But that 50K is going to be 50K. Meanwhile, if you're telling me that I should go and buy stock, I can reach there next month now and run mad.
I just remember when my mom, I think I was in secondary school or something, or university, and my mom had put a ton of money, like some different things in the stock market, and I think one that she had been quite hopeful for, like, had gone, like the company had basically dissolved. Mommy said, and my mom now, she said, wouldn't that be better for me to use it as shredded paper? She was so irritated. She said, she was mumbling to herself. That's what made it so funny. She was like, it would not be better. Let's use it to wipe glass. And let's know that we use this for something. She was so worked up. And I think, but also because the Nigerian economy has been so up and down and up and down and up and down, people just feel like, I need what I can trust. And then, I don't know about other people, but I recently realized that I actually used to have like an awoof mentality. So basically, I just thought like, there's a way I'm going to hustle and I'll just make money big. Like the money will be stupid, crazy money. Like I'll have one, so it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter this. I'm spending 200K. It doesn't matter.
You work twice as hard.
There's one big money that is coming. Yeah. I don't know. How? I don't know, but you see the thing. I told you, police sewing police. I have ideas.
Oh God.
More idea. I have things.
There's nothing that lose me more than thinking I'm going to make big money. And it's always this week. Is this week? I
Yeah.
enter the week believing that before the end of the week, there's one money that is just going to come from.
Yes.
Money mindset.
If you ask me, like,
Attracts money comes to
God
me.
bless you. Money flows.
like
You know all those ones. Money flows to me easily.
You know, look
It
at yourself
just-
in the mirror.
I'm doing like this tomorrow.
So you should imagine yourself and the money just falling all around
I
you.
wonder when some of that are like, I'm trying to like manifest my money. I said, juju.
As for you sit there, call the money to me.
So my dad like, okay, so my dad is a client. I said, oh, so you stand in front of the mirror. Say, oh, whoa. Now, is that not?
I swear
Is that not juju? Now you just stand there and say, oh, money
Open your
come.
wardrobe
Money's
That's
coming.
it.
in the middle of the night and you see Ghana must go. I made it.
Man, the internet
It
is
made me
very
feel
many
so
things.
stupid
It
because
is.
when the manifestation girls are saying it, they were like, stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself
But when
money
you
comes.
actually do
But when I said
it,
no, oh what? I was like, this is why I can't open up to you.
Oh,
This is why you don't
No,
tell
you can't
people the
share
truth. You can't
anything.
share.
also think very interestingly that the thing is, a lot of women in my family are up and doing.
Mhm.
So I could see money
Mhm.
moving, between my mom, my grandma, auntie Mo. Everybody was doing and moving with the money. But I don't know that there was like, not formal, but like direct explanation and education of, you just hear, oh, something property. And I'm like, when did you buy it? Like, when did
yes.
you have property?
You guys, I have something
just
to
say
share.
something. I'm like, when did you do this one? But I don't know that we grew up in a way where we were sat down and like the value of money was explained to
Zero.
us, or the way it worked. And I'm just like, this thing never happened.
Yeah, so I have a story.
Okay.
I used to tell people that like my relationship with money, honestly, it would have been great if I had money. My relationship with money. It would have been- because we grew up like with my dad, honestly, like till now, we usually hammers on like how we should save, we should invest. Like for each of our birthdays, we would buy like stocks. And then the advice was great because, I mean, to be fair, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
You'd have to save. You save your pocket money, you save whatever, right? And this man would also lock us up in the library and say, okay, this book, read it, review it. My dad was like that. But as I started earning my own money and as an adult, you tell me, I was like, give me the money now, I'll reinvest it. It's like, it was just like, yeah, special advice. You know how the thing is like, 1,000 advisor, 0 help. 250K. And I'm seeing what my mates are doing on Instagram.
That's
Why
my
do you think
mom.
I have to put 50K
That's
in
my mom. I would
savings?
just come
Like,
and say,
no.
Chola Shomokwe, there's something in distress. Distress property. They want to let go of it.
He
I
always
said,
does
Mommy, do
that
they
too.
have distress tile? Because that's what I can afford. What do you mean? Do you want to buy it from me? I'll pay you back.
Them tell you, there's nothing mommy loves more than forwarding me Instagram posts from all these pages that the name of the page is Women of Wealth. Business, women's associate, all those things where they just post and then they will have a poster that says, if you do these 5 things, you will definitely be successful.
Okay.
I'm like, Mommy John now. Okay, if I was to invest in this thing that you just, where would money, the thing with investments is you have to have the money first. It's a lovely idea. But if I don't have the original,
Is that not how our friend's husband was telling me after he came with that? Your first property, something. Your first property. He was advising, and the truth is that he was helping us.
The truth is that he was actually
helping
advising us.
Yeah.
But the way he said that your first property, it offended me.
Oh, God.
It offended me.
And he was saying it seriously. He was like, your first one, blah, 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 blah. I have to tell you, my brother in Christ, I think you are looking at me here. Come down.
no first.
Because the way he was saying it is like, my dear, he wanted to progress the conversation to the next
property.
I said, once you slow down. I just say it's because of this podcast.
Me rode home in silence.
Well, it's because of this podcast. Because he was so serious about like advising us around our first property. And then after that, I said, okay, there will be after.
Because buy more.
The truth is, if I have a property now, there's nothing after that. I can't move out.
I'll be like those
because I'll be inside the
I'll be
house.
like those Yoruba actresses. Sorry, properties of our family. Anybody that calls me, I want to check on my properties. Yeah.
Your property,
And so I just kept thinking, is it because of this podcast?
No.
That you believe?
But I think that it's good that we're asking questions now.
Yeah.
a lot of people are learning and unlearning. I mean, to be fair, I don't like the fact that now that we have a lot of access and tools and information, you know how Nigerians can be. People are still looking to be spoon-fed.
Yeah,
that's why you see tweets that, January, go and buy this. If you had bought this in January, it's like, you too, you're not going to carry like maybe 30K out of your small salary. That you should be looking
for who to chase.
Right. And then, because there was one time my friend invested some money in like, what's it called? But I'd had a conversation about money. I mean, I'm not a financial expert, but sometimes my friend comes to me like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, first of all, I will tell people like, be where you're at. When I was 21, I wasn't investing anything.
Yeah.
I was earning 250K and I had prayed for that salary for so long in my life. So everything that I wanted to use that 250K was for all the screenshots I had in my Instagram. I didn't have sense. So now that I'm older, you know, as we get older, more people will have like maybe goals. I want to get married. I want to have trust fund kids. I want to grow generational wealth. I have your take about that. What to get back? We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. And so I told her that, I think that you should look more into like maybe investing yourself, earning more income because Nigeria we do. Don't go and be saying you want to go. She said, they tell you should start small. I said, fair, start small. But personally, like looking at her I don't think that we should, where she was, I think she was earning like maybe about 100K extra that time. So she was like, that she wanted to do. And to be fair, she didn't have like black tax. She didn't have anything. She was still living with her parents. Like me, I was still paying rent. I said, okay, well, I mean, you can, I say you should save. So she went to go and put her money, I think, in bamboo or something. So there was one day, and she now posted on her stories like, please, does anybody know who works in bamboo? I said, what happened? She said, Fareedah, I'm trying to sort something out right now. I'll call you back. Do you know anybody that works in bamboo? I said, I don't know, but I can ask, right? So I tried to look for somebody that works in. I said, one of the stock that she bought has gone down. She knows it.
Okay, she always call somebody that they should stop with.
That's what got it. All is going down. Oh, lole.
She said, hey! The glitch. Look, there's nothing worse than opening your bamboo and seeing that red. That font is in red.
I'm so Yoruba for certain things. There's a way.
I don't check.
There's a way things will drop. I will just start shouting.
Let me tell you something. I don't check because when I used to open my bamboo regularly, and then, you have your list, you now be seeing that red. I said, what?
Was it green?
What's this? What's this? Who said I should do this?
I remember one time, I just entered in my room. I thought people are drinking Coke. Drink the Coke. Why are you not buying Coke again? Let it go up. You have diabetes, please. Let it go up.
No, I can't. It's like when there was a period where Tesla was going, that Apple... we're just shouting Elon Musk.
Meta, everything was going down.
So I don't actually check anymore because you can't run mad.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is that this issue of stocks, first of all, I no longer buy individual stocks. That's another thing.
You do mutual funds?
If it's not a mutual fund or an ETF, I'm not doing it. Why? Because all the time that I've used my small brain to say, let me choose one or two. When the thing starts going down, I'm always annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm always annoyed. I'm always like unbelievably enraged, actually.
There's a time I tried to be clever and I was like, I'm going to see what's happening in the US Congress. What are they discussing? No, you guys, I'm actually being serious. I'm not trying to use a bomb. I'll say, if there's a war in Iran, that means Titan, they need more steel.
What?
Because they need to build planes.
So you know go.
I say, I hear they're building bridges. That means steel.
Let me buy
cement. I'll just be there. Just rubbish.
Rubbish, absolute rubbish.
Another thing that I think, especially with things like stock, investments, crypto, for starters, I would say that when it comes to Africa, I think that we're far behind. We didn't have the financial education growing up, so now all of us were scrambling as adults. So that's why when we put one small money there, we're always like, hey. But the idea of it is when you put money into this thing, you're not necessarily supposed to be tracking it every now and then.
Yeah, but we have a society of like hammering.
Yeah.
And so the problem is, okay, I was not part of that GameStop Kinney. Why?
Yeah.
Why? So my issue is not the stock market is good. My question is, where was that when they were doing that? When Bitcoin came into the country.
And when is the next
one. Because it's not so much, I know you're supposed to hold long term. Good. Why can't I be part of the one?
The early birds.
God bless you. So this is the problem. So now I just do, to be honest, now my priority is actually not even investing. I need a 3-month emergency fund. And that's what I'm building now. Also, I hold my money in gold. I say this thing all the time.
Ooh.
So figure is a
I don't have a normal savings account. My holding money, as in that if I need money today, is to go to Surah and melt gold. That's just, I'm into buying of the gold bars.
Very
or the necklace. If they can melt the bar into a chain, wonderful.
That's good. This is your legacy.
This is in my family that I learned is savings. So and then I have some mutual fund. But like core savings are like, I have this money, I don't want it to disappear. I've bought gold. Because worst case scenario, it might not shoot up. The money will still
be there.
Last. Unless something really, really happens in the world. And if that's the case, everything has gone down anyway. And then I just have now mutual funds to build because I realize that I don't have like a good emergency fund. Like if I stop earning money now, what will happen? I'll first have to sell everything I have, and you can't jump to that. I need what I realized is I don't have.
How can you ask that question?
Because the way it was raining on Sunday, I immediately called an Uber because I said, me, I cannot drag anything with Mr. Musiba this week. I can't. My mechanics are so happy.
Yeah, this is their season.
They're thriving right now. So I don't have any. But what I realize is that if a car breaks down or something, it can take me out at the moment. It can take me out. If anything drastic wants to happen in my life now, I don't actually have. So I was like, forget investing long term. I need a pool of money that is liquid enough, like in a mutual fund, that it is 24 hours at the max. Then I need to withdraw it before I start melting gold.
Yeah.
So this is my own current priority, but it is horrible. And why do I say it's horrible? Because I have one of those, it deducts per week. The thing looks so small. I'm just like, please.
Can you grow?
As in, what is this? And you just start feeling poor because I'm like, what do you mean you removed 20? What is this? This is not the path to generational wealth. I'm not even looking for generational wealth. I need to buy 5 things from Kai Collective tomorrow.
Okay, very good.
So my wealth does not have to go that far, but I had to, do you know the amount of calculation I had to do thinking about how to do that shopping? Okay. Me and my friend were now discussing, we can't buy, so you buy one.
That's what me and Fake do.
Yes. I said, you know what, you buy one.
That's what me and Fake do. And I said, I'll wear it in January. April is when
God
you
bless
wear
you.
it.
So me and my friend, we said, see, you buy one, I will buy the other one. She's slightly smaller than me. When it's your turn, you adjust it. That is what we're doing. But I hated it because I said, what is this? What is this?
This is how when you see your mama and her friend
Dagba, and
they're changing goals.
Because I now kept thinking, there's no light. I have to buy diesel. If I use diesel money to buy this dongari. After I read the dongari.
But that's actually so cute.
After I read the dongari once. Because I was like, okay, when I started doing math, what is more cost per wear? Which one has better cost per wear? If I buy dungarees, or if I buy, God bless you, or if I buy a play suit, now I have this app, that author app, I now put it there, that, okay, style these items for me. Which one do I have more things than man? I said, but I want the play suit. But my friend said, no, but you can't get a lot of cost per wear. It's a lilac color. How many times can you wear that? But the dungarees, you can't. And I just said to her, we need to make more money.
That's another thing.
This is ridiculous. All long.
I was talking to my brother yesterday. My brother...
2 shirts, we've been discussing it since.
Bolu called me yesterday and we're talking and I was like, I had seen something. I was like, when I get to London, guys, go and buy a ticket. As I just said that London now, just go and buy the ticket. Anyway, when I get to London, that we have to go for lunch, either when we come back from America or just before, that I want us to talk about something, one business, something. Then I dropped the phone. I said, see how my life has changed. Before me and my brother, we just about nothing. Play. Just nothing that does not have hair, does not have tail. Drop the phone. Now I said, oh, I saw something, property flipping. But before you get to property flipping, there's actually a course. So maybe you will take the course because he's there. I was just like, Jola, see your life. But you had a hot take about generational wealth.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people in their 20s, I've been saying a lot of TikTok about like how we're going to build a generational wealth. You know if you build generational wealth. No this and no peace, first of all. Because I think that a lot of people do not know the amount of work it takes to build generational wealth. And it does not end with you. You will die. You need that wealth. You will die now. You will need that wealth to transcend across generations, right? Because what happens if something happens to you today and then your children are like, next of king will buy suya. The next of king will buy suya. Also generational wealth. You worked all your life, you work practice. You say, okay, this is generational wealth. I'm building the future for my children. One time people say that, it's like, oh, I think we should be always is like, please, which children? Fuck them kids, man.
Children. First of all, look,
for me.
Trying to build wealth for my own generation.
I also think that, again, so much access to so much information.
It's bad.
And sort of like wealth by proxy. So because you've seen all these wealthy people on TikTok talking about the things they've done, in your mind, you are them and they are you.
Oh, yes. That's what I was saying about progression.
Also, and it's limerence, right? It's like some things you never ever cared about before. You see somebody else has it and all of a sudden it's what you need.
It's what you want.
So maybe your ambition was, do you know what would be nice? I think I should have, before I pass, I want to have a property. I want to live. I want to be able to, I don't want my children to have, I want my children to study abroad and they won't have debt. And then maybe the goal is I would have done funeral insurance. So my kids are not burdened by anything and maybe I'll leave 30 million. Then you watch 8 TikTok videos and your next thing now is I need to build an estate. After I build the estate.
Anyway, private jets.
After I build the
There's
estate.
nothing that upsets me more than people talking about private jets.
Oh, my friend said,
after your grandpa's birthday in Ijebu, where do you go to with the jets? Where do you go? Where have you ever been? I saw private jet. I saw somebody who birthday wish list. Private jet. Outside on those states, where have you ever gone to? Come on,
please.
The first, I need to put an estate. After the estate, I want to leave each of my kids 100 and something million.
People just open their mouth.
After that,
I want to buy a yacht.
I want to buy.
You know, like she want Nigeria. Be realistic.
Is it in Lashe that you want to pack the yacht?
So for me, it's just also
you just don't even know. Someone just starts from somewhere. Currently, you don't have a vehicle and you want to buy a G-Wagon.
It's back to the money mindset too. Back to the money mindset.
You just say, but there's so many G-Wagons in Lagos.
Yeah, again, we're back to the conversation about hammering.
Yeah.
Like,
are you guys okay?
You see, again, that's my thing with like social media these days. Sometimes I always think about it and I have this conversation with my friends like, you guys, I recently got like some conversation cards. I would, play the games and then answer some questions. And so there was one interesting question about like how if social media didn't exist today, like would you be spending on the things that you would actually spend on?
That's so
interesting. And I was like, first of all, I won't even have a phone.
That's actually so interesting.
Let's start from there. Like the amount that we spend on gadgets, you say, oh yeah, you need an iPad, it makes you productive. At the end of the year, you're not using it to do any productive thing.
Yeah.
You need a Kindle. You need AirPods. You need this. You need that. And, you go on social media, you see more people. You see people. And another thing, oh my God, I really hate this thing when people try to fight their age, especially when it comes to like their financial...
what do you mean?
So there's this thing that people they try to do. It's like, oh, you beat a multi-million, billion-dollar business. You know how Nigeria used to use figure? At 22, she acquired 100 million from a YouTube video. And you're like, YouTube? Whoa.
I can do it.
Wow. I wasn't familiar.
You don't remember that you joined YouTube that year. You can revive that channel.
You will now be like, or then you people like, oh, she has 3 salons and she's just 27. And then you are somewhere in your house in 22. It's like, okay, fine, 5 years. I can do more than she. So that brings me back to my conversation about progression. Like, you need to understand that it's okay if you're 20 or 21 and you're earning 500K and your rent is, I don't know how much your rent is, but
Yeah.
you're paying a substantial amount in rent. If at 21 you already have a job that is giving you 500k, imagine what you can do at 29, at 30.
I think it's even more specifically in our context, right? It's like, I think it's in Nigeria that 1 in 3 young people just don't have a job at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, again, that's what I mean by just that being realistic about where you are and not allowing your imagination put you in financial trouble. So it's like you want to do that whole I'm not bound by my bound by my environment.
My sister,
blah, blah, blah,
You
blah,
are
blah.
bound.
And so you earn in your reality, but mentally you spend
in another person's
reality, and you plan another person's reality financially.
Yeah.
So you're talking about how you're going to build estates, you're going to buy this, you're going to buy that. And it's like, okay, let's look at the real estate markets. If you're somebody that lives in Lagos or Abuja, and maybe even Port Harcourt, right? Let's look at what your options are in terms of real estate. Let's look at what your earning options are. Let's look at what you can reasonably get within 5-10 years. Let's look at the access to information you have. Let's look at the access to opportunities you have, right?
Yeah.
And without getting depressed, you have to spend and plan in that reality while hoping for the best. Not that you earn in the reality and then you spend in your hope or your dreams, and then you plan with your hopes and your dreams. Because what will happen is what's happening to me, which is every year you just get yourself worked up and upset.
We are, because so the other day I requested a breakdown of what we've been earning in this very podcast. So we're in the car, I showed Yola, and she asked a pertinent question. Okay, so where is all this money now? As in this money we've earned. Because as we are now, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have money in this moment. But when I looked at the breakdown, it looks like that is a person that has been earning money. So between that person now that they wrote her name there, Fake Abudu, and me, what has happened? I could not recognize the figures. I said, ask us, are you sure? That because, and this is the truth of the matter. I was saying this the other day, that I don't even know where my means are currently. That's how high above the means that I'm living. Like I can't see, from where I'm standing, I cannot see my means. So I'm like, if my means is on the first floor, I'm living on floor 20. The way I'm living above my means is so crazy. I know. I have never... this is the closest I've been to my means, and I still cannot locate it.
You still can't afford it.
No, I can't locate it. I can't locate the means. And it's because somehow you still survive. Like you're living so far above your means, but like last, you make it to the next month and things. And I always wonder that if this safety net did not exist, where I know that last my mommy cannot allow me to be hungry, what would happen? And I've been trying. First of all, I've agreed that I'm not going to this year be able to live within my means, but I can be closer to the means because where I've started from is so far away. I see some things that I think, I'll get that. And I'm just thinking, what are you talking about?
But word.
And it's not even crazy things. I'm just like, do you need this?
Yeah, but I want to ask a question, like to what degree we think money, how you think about money affects your friendships and then further on relationships, because we'll read some stuff from here. But I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday about how people get in. I think friendships it's easier to manage a mismatch of like
it depends on the type of friends.
Yes.
Depends. But to me, it's easier to manage based on like I'm friendly, so I have a lot of friends, and we're all in different stages. But we also all think about money really differently. I remember the first time I had to explain to a friend. We were talking about something, and then money came up, and we were quite close. We were getting closer, so we started talking honestly. And so she gave me some advice, and then she was like, "Oh, she just noticed that I had stopped talking." And I said, "Oh no, I need to explain to you what my own reality is, so that you not advise her amiss. You not advise her amiss." And it helped because now when we talk, I understand like her context pattern. She understands mine. But I imagine that in a romantic relationship, I would have been insulted.
Bro, it's so much harder.
Yeah.
Let me know, like the financial gap thing
Yeah,
with
no,
men.
I would have been insulted.
I don't like it at all.
I would have been insulted.
I do not like the dynamics at all.
I would have been deeply insulted. So I think sometimes people talk a lot about a ton of things and discount the degree to which. So people talk about being emotionally compatible and being like attracted to each other physically and, you know, kind of liking each other's families. But it's very uncomfortable to mention because it sounds vain or silly, the degree to how you both think about and plan around money. Because that's the number one cause of divorce is money. People are constantly, it might be something that came from money and then it's led to something else. But I just think we don't have discussions often enough about what causes how your difference in thinking about money will affect like a friendship or relationship.
And I find it's not even so much the difference in how much money you have. It is a lot about the difference in how you think about how you use money, how you relate. So, for example, in this lunch we were having about investment where my friend was saying 5 to 10 million, when we were leaving, another friend who had been very surprisingly quiet, because she's not quiet at all, said to me that she feels quite embarrassed. And I was like, let's see happen. She doesn't have any investment too. So as we were all talking, she was like, Jesus Christ, I'm 33. What am I doing? My life, that she was just feeling so shy and embarrassed. I was like, my dear, when do we all start all these things? That this babe, we are not, all of us are not together. We're just, where she has gone to, we were just talking about that. And she was like, that. But for her, what is good is that she does not feel strange about saying that. Whereas she was saying that with another group of friends she has, they can't have this conversation. And she would never say that kind of thing because she was just like, money is just not something that is
they discuss
at all. Like whether you have, whether you don't have, the same way she was like, maybe if I said, let's go to lunch, her immediate reply might be, I don't have any money. And then we'll decide, okay, are you coming to my house? Or if I have money, I'll pay for you.
Yeah.
She was like, there's some people that you just make up an excuse because I can't even.
True.
Let me give you an example of it different. So this person calls themselves Jola's Lamborghini. One fact, I'm not a car. No, I'm not a car person.
Like
no.
Okay.
You see, that's the problem with being in Nigeria. You see mindset, because the first thing I'm thinking about is see the rain that happened this weekend now.
Honestly, I'm just not.
Lamborghini.
I'm actually just
Lamborghini,
not. I'm actually not a car.
I'm not a car
There's
person.
not much of money
That's not what bothers me.
Lamborghini. It's the truth of the matter.
The person
Even if you
says,
weren't living here.
I'm not a car person.
Doesn't matter.
I would want a nice car, but it's not gonna be. I'm not spending $300,000 on a
sports car. No.
I will buy jewelry and bags. Is what I will do with that money, and then I'll be in normal Prado.
So this person,
something, Anyway,
this person says, "Hey girls, I love the podcast and I've been listening since 2019. So the story is, I borrowed my friend money to buy stuff online for her business. When at the time, it was impossible to use your Naira card, and she agreed she will pay back in a set amount of time. A simple process complicated by one small issue. We didn't discuss conversion rates. In my head and generally, I thought, isn't it meant to be the bank rates for the bank you used? This girl decided to use the rates for the site she used to shop. When it was time to pay back, I calculated and my money would be lost by quite a large margin. On that day, we went back and forth for a long time until she vexed and said she would use my own conversion rate. She never asked for my help to date, and again, until today, but still somewhat funny about money. Do I regret standing my ground? Not at all, because I couldn't pocket the loss. But nowadays, I don't make assumptions and discuss everything in detail. So an example of that is being generous in collection, but stingy in repayment.
Yeah.
Right. So in her mind, she made the assumption that her friend was going to give her a favorable rate as she was collecting. And her friend assumed she would do the favorable rate in paying back, right? So it's one of those things where it wouldn't occur to me to dictate, so because of friendship, right? You take things for granted. But I imagine an easier thing would have been, even though it costs the friend in harm, because if you've calculated with a lower rate, if somebody comes and gives you a higher rate, you feel, the person who is paying back feels cheated. Yeah. You're not, but you feel cheated.
Yeah, you definitely.
But the conversation originally should have already been like, what's the rate I'm using? What rate am I borrowing and what rate am I paying back? That's pretty normal. But I just, unfortunately, I just imagine that it's not that easy. The assumption of good faith on both sides can actually put you in trouble. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So in this case, it's like she assumed her friend would do a favorable rate.
Yeah.
Right.
And her friend assumed that, of course, you just be like, what's the exchange for today, and pay the money. And if you live in a volatile country, surely if you are going to do anything opposite, you'd have said, please, let's peg it at this number. Whether it goes up or comes down, no, we've spoken about it. But I guess that's one of the things that's weird. I mean, also people think they don't talk to their friends about money, but they have silent conversations all the time. So you hear stuff like, you're going out to eat, and somebody will say, I don't like going. They are close friends who, I don't like going out to eat with her. She calculates everything down to the penny. So you are having conversations about money.
Yeah.
Or that friend who you know, outside of very basic favors, everything has like a number attached to it. So if they're the kind of friend that if they buy something, if you say, please buy me one, it doesn't matter if it's boba tea. They'll collect the money from you.
The money back.
It doesn't matter if it's like, they can even say, maybe their little sister lives on your road. Please bring my sister with you. You go pay for it.
Yeah.
So there's some people think they don't have conversations with their friends about money as much as they do. There's a lot of silent conversations that happen around
that you can just
money. Or somebody saying, I just noticed that whenever we go outside, she never pays. So I only go out with her if I'm willing to pay for the meal. So I think it's interesting to see how that happens with friends. What's more interesting to me is family. Like when people realize that maybe their parents are more generous or less generous than they had assumed. I was reading something about our generation, like an older millennials who had a lot of caretaking happen with their own grandparents, struggling with their parents being what they considered less generous.
Yeah.
So somebody had written a story where she realized that her parents, her mom's mom, sold her parents their house for $10.
Oh, wow.
Yes. To subvert like inheritance tax.
Yeah.
Right. So her mom was like, I think her grandmother had multiple properties, wanted to gift her parents the house and they paid $10 for the house. Her whole thing is that now her parents want to downsize to a smaller house and are asking her and her husband, like basically telling them that, these are all the offers we've gotten on this house. So basically telling them that they need to like compete.
Or to be able to get the
To be able to get the house that her parents
gave them for $10. Yeah.
And she was like, there's small things that have made her feel a way about, like she had expectations. And a part of her knows that if you're being purely logical, like if somebody offered your mom $150,000 for the house and your mom is saying, I'm not saying pay 160, but you should be able to at least match 150K. I was under the assumption that if anything, my parents would say to me,
what can you pay?
What can you do? Or what can you pay? So I think sometimes people are, in terms of relationships with money, if you grew up in a family where generosity was not the norm,
a lot of things will be strange.
A lot of things will be strange to you. And also if you have unmet expectations or unsaid expectations, you can be disappointed by like how the people closest to you behave when it comes to money. So there was one side of people who are just like, well, maybe your parents have not really been upfront with you about what their retirement looks like, what they are fine. So maybe they can't actually afford what you think they can afford. And another set of people who are like, but if they got so many benefits from their own parents. There should be a familial culture of sort of like helping out your children. Or another person was like, maybe they're trying to teach you guys the financial, maybe.
I don't know, I just think that it's greed.
Yeah, I recently told my mom something and she was a bit surprised. And I was just like, like I'm 34 now. There's some lessons that I think you want to be able to say you're teaching. But
like I'm an adult.
It's late.
It's already too late.
This performance is unnecessary.
It's late. I'm not in a bad when we were
not in a bad way, but it's just like I think there's something about our culture, Nigerian culture, that acts like everything has to be a lesson, and our parents want to be able to say my child. No. She doesn't expect this. No, I'll do that. Just for bragging rights. It doesn't have head, it doesn't have tail. It's like, babe, I don't spoil already. Just manage your kaya like that. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So when it comes to money, I find that it's always awkward having certain types of conversations. Like now, my mom was just like, oh, we need to have upfront. I was just like, obviously, me, I started crying because like, I don't want to think about you dying. She's like, girl, be an adult. Be an adult, man. At least just
let me not lie. I'm so adamant about with family members. I said to my grandma the other day, sis, hope that we'll not be fighting over...
Bro, do you know?
I said, my sister, go and write everything down.
Because they assume we love. So they assume we love between their family members.
It's so look, in my house, we fought over chicken wings before. Me and my siblings. It was a tough fight, and those wings were 12K. So I don't give the temptation to start the fight. And my grandma was a bit like, and I was like, I just hope everything. She was like, no, don't worry. She has too many friends that, she was saying that she has too many friends that maybe their husbands passed away and chaos ensued, especially in families where you did not expect that they would fight. They're not those kind of people. It turns out that when money is involved, everybody is that kind of person.
And then there are also unmet expectations.
Exactly.
So for example, your parents might think, so parents have their children and they love their children an inordinate amount. And they assume that the love they have for their children is the love the siblings have for one another.
Yeah,
which is ideal, but often not the case. But then your children also have different lives. So let me give you an example. I have 2 brothers. If our last born is doing extremely well and I'm struggling, but then my parents have set up inheritance, if there's any, in a way that is not equal, but leaves... No, first of all, let's leave the unequal parts, because unequal will just make people feel bad, but it's written out. But our parents, under the assumption that my children get along, leave things.
Yeah.
Depending on how you grew up, I might feel somehow that my younger brother is wealthy
and he didn't give more consideration to you.
Doesn't need more things, but wants like splits in a way that I think is unfavorable. And it sounds it sounds somehow to say, but just that's the reality. That's the reality of how people feel around money or wealth, or maybe if parent lives like a very big compound and it has maybe a block of flats, and one sibling that's doing well says, "Oh, let everybody just split the flats and be renting."
Yeah.
And the sibling that's not doing well is like, "See, let's sell this thing
and share the money.
Everybody take their share of it." And then middle sibling doesn't want to get involved. Meanwhile, sibling A and B are well aware of each other's finances.
But this is exactly how the fight starts. It's not usually about, oh, they didn't give me this. It is exactly this thing where somebody from a different perspective is like, no, this is a long-term thing. Like if it's property. Another person is like, I need cash today.
Right now.
Sell this thing. And so so for me, I'm like, everybody should write
everything. But what do you think is fair?
I think everybody should write everything clearly.
No. In this situation, it's not written clearly. What do you guys think is like the fair thing to do? Like,
I think honestly, if like Mimi now, is doing better than me, I would hope that she has enough sense to be like, guys, we're not splitting it equally. Because if it was me, that is exactly what I would do. I hate nonsense. Yep. This particular brand of nonsense, I hate it with a deep passion.
Yeah.
I hate it. Look, I cannot even go to lunch with my friend that I know is struggling financially and expect to split the bill.
It's not fair.
Are we crazy?
Yeah.
Somebody that's been complaining to me about their rent. Me with my two of us now went to a foolish lunch. First of all, that's when you first hear, we're not going anywhere. That is when we remember that Olaya delivers. Yes, you have to
be
at home, bro. Chicken suya at both clubs is 10K. You'll be fine. Like, well, that's why. So sometimes it's people that have to be like, "Guy, I'm not paying today because like you just complained to me now that you cannot afford anything." All of a sudden, because of some notion of fairness, I'll now say we should split it. It's not equal, so we cannot split it equally. But there are other hang-ups that I have, whereas it's like, look, even if my sister is doing better than me, she's like 6 years younger than me. Me and my brother are always shy. We don't split bills equally in my house. Me and my brother split. We do a 40%, 20%
Because she's the baby. Yeah.
But the fact is that for a long time, she was earning more than us because she was in pounds. But I cannot hear. But I'm just like, this is nonsense now. Look at our age.
And then when you think about it,
look
like
at our
with the
age.
Yoruba culture of like, oh dear.
Bro, it's so... I was like, please, this is embarrassing.
Yeah. I have a friend whose father is extremely wealthy.
Yeah.
And he defers a lot to his older siblings, even though he's wealthier by far. But he defers a lot to like if they have like family things.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you people think? And apparently said that one time they just have to call him to be like, we know what you're trying to do here. But clearly somebody has the business brain.
Stop all these things.
Please, just come. And then his oldest brother was now joking that, do you know what? I'll call you the night before the meeting. You would tell me.
Then I'll not say.
I will not get there and say, well, as a family, this is what we're going to do. But I just think that, I mean, so again, with money, oh, mate, I would love to hear about birth order.
Yeah, I have a feel
how it affects money.
Dilemma things, but this reminds me of real life situation, not like a direct friend, but a family friend. So this is why I know the story. The wife, Yes, the wife got an inheritance from her grandfather who passed away. And so the fight was around how much the husband thought he would get out of that inheritance. Now, for context though, they actually have a good marriage. This was not like this story was not told to me in an antagonistic way. It was told more in a funny way so the way they do their own things is they are one of those couples that they have joint accounts. They get along well enough that they've had a joint account and they don't drag. They don't drag things. He earns more than her, but not by a crazy amount. She has a very good job. He has a very good job. So they don't drag, but they have this joint account. That's how they do their things. Everybody just puts money and spends the money plus their children, everything. So she's just like, it's easier. She wants to buy a bag, whatever. She doesn't have to ask him for permission to buy things.
Yeah.
He doesn't ask, but they sit down and discuss monthly, this is what we've bought, and they adjust. So my auntie was telling us that she was telling my auntie that the problem now is her grandfather died and left her. And it wasn't like it wasn't generational wealth money. There was a lot of money, but not a lot of money that as in next year you will not work. It was just a lot of money to have in the moment. I think it must have been like 70, 80 million. Like, so it was a lot of money, but not like they're never working again, money, that kind of thing. And so she was saying that it was evident to her when the money came. Her husband started like planning around the money, saying, he wants to do this and do that. And she said she thought to herself,
bombastic side eye.
She said, But her issue was how to now say that when up until now we've been doing joint, but that's because our income is dragging. So now that I have this money, she's now thinking that not even just for her children, she'll like set up some things. And the man was like, oh, okay, so all the joints we've been doing before. He was not laughing that, but if it was him, would she not collect?
Oh, wait, so, okay.
So this was now the point of the argument where she was telling my auntie that he is right. That if it was him, she would also plan. But it's not him.
But so with inheritance that comes from, I'm trying to think, maybe it's really difficult for me to even wrap my head around like fully joint accounts anyway.
Yeah.
That's what, so my first issue was not
the
any
joint
of this
accounts.
That joint account is the cause of, see what's happening here. Maybe if they didn't have joint account, how does he want to access the money?
I'm just thinking about when it comes
the money going to be paid into the joint account?
So the money is kept somewhere, but she is to receive it. So he was now saying when it comes,
it should get into
he is going to do so and so and so with some of the money.
How much of some?
I don't know.
That's why I know.
That's how the conversation now started, where she was not telling my auntie that she now realized that thief has already planned ahead into eating. So when she said it to him, he now said that, okay, but if it was him that got the money, would she not spend?
So there's this thing about like how, you were saying that money conversations need to be had about friends and relationship. And then, I mean, all of you know where we're at now. We have honest conversation. But what happens when you hit 100 million?
That's what I'm always saying. That before now, she's
Now,
been
all of us,
fine.
we can relate to each other. But who are you when you hit 200 million?
No, but for
I always say this thing, money will change me.
I find that people find it easier to fight with, disagree with, have hard conversations around money with their friends than with partners.
That's what I'm saying. Because why should you not have this conversation with
the funny
him?
thing is that if let's say FK head I was getting an inheritance, maybe I just jabbered one day and I said something. I know. See, it won't take her up to 20 minutes. Maybe she just wait for maybe there's somebody around that she let the person go first. She will just say, please, I just want to quickly refresh your memory on my account details.
You mean
anything you think is better. Calculate the value of our friendship.
I've actually calculated what I'm getting out of that. No, for sure.
But you know the funny thing is that I will find that more amusing and be like, don't worry, I'll run.
Than a man.
But I can't lie. If a man start saying our money,
What do you mean our?
On my father's deathbed, he thought of me.
My
And
grandfather.
my grandfather died, and all you want to do, you are a vulture.
Because I'm like, all of a sudden, husband is a thief. That was so bad. I look at this greedy goat. And that's so was like, you see, the problem she has is that you two, like a stupid girl, we told you not to do this joint account.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, shit.
I don't know. Do you know what it is? I need the pretense.
So when they were cackling, I couldn't say anything because like it was not my place. But obviously I was listening to the gist, so I couldn't ask specific questions such as, why did you do that?
No, Fekemi, that's what I realized.
What does he want to buy and how much?
I need him to pretend. I don't know what the problem is.
What?
I need him to say, so what do you want to do? So pretend is my choice. because when they say that, let's say something, if you have any conscience, you feel bad. You now realize, that's when you remember that, oh shit.
No, but what I'm saying is, okay, where do we end up? Because, you know, there's a way, let's be honest. Love you so much. I'm sure I will love my husband. Hopefully, in Jesus' name. Love you so much. But there's a way your spending will start approaching 20, 25, 30. That I will start saying, What? So you can't spend 40 million of that money. You can't.
Yes, because
it's rude.
No, I'm not trying to be funny.
But the truth is that right? No. But it doesn't. It's not right. It's not right. But it doesn't mean.
No.
It's actually not right.
Let me explain something. Mean. Just let me tell you something. Just wait. If
what's the appropriate amount?
Let me take honestly. Let me be frank with everybody here. Let me be frank.
I know I'm scared people.
No, let me be frank. Maybe it's because of how I was raised there and the way my parents are. They are so respectful of each other's like things that I think that in my mind, if my partner got an inheritance, I would have opened my shopping basket. Sis. But I will pretend. That's what I'm trying to tell you people.
You have to be demure about it.
I have to wait and say, oh baby, I don't build house, I've planned all sorts. But they'll be like, oh babe, sorry for the loss. Sorrow.
You just see that one day, you say,
Daddy. I wear black for like 1 week.
What a great man.
What a great man. But I have to just be frank. I have to wait for him to say something about the money. Just go with my calculator, bring out my calculator, calculate the look.
Bring out your calculator.
But in fairness, so what her point was, but that's how they've been doing it.
When everything was coming from the two of us, not something that somebody intended for me.
No.
I'm trying to be honest. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is good.
That's what I'm saying.
But
it's not good.
Different
I
income.
even have a different angle because I think this mine is worse. I'm okay with you spending, but like I feel like if you, out of the 18 million, if you spend more than 30, we're going to have a serious...
No, even 18 million.
The one of the kids.
Abi?
One of the kids. Generational wealth.
Till I just remember that they have kids, not only college fund. But one of them is a creative, please. They need lots of lot uni. They should not worry. So these are the issues that I have. Anyway, I'm going to read out one dilemma. The first one is so funny. This hater girl says, I once had an ex who called me a red flag for having money.
Yeah, a red flag for him.
Yeah.
The truth is that a lot of guys cannot cope with, and I hate to say this, sometimes I understand it. sometimes I understand it because it makes for a very awkward situation.
Mm.
It makes for a very, very awkward situation. But I think you're being a baby. I don't like, it's not the worst thing in the world.
But it's never, but no, let's be frank.
But in our society, I can't lie to you, it's awkward. You're going to be presented with a lot of awkward situations, especially if in your mind you are still quite patriarchal, but you don't then have patriarchy money.
Yes.
It's always tough. It's always tough for you to be into patriarchy without the accompanying patriarchy money. Because that money is a very important part of patriarchy.
It is.
It's so important. So imagine you not having the money and still wanting to be the head of the Umazao.
But more importantly, I find personally that people with a distaste for their partner's wealth or very often it's about equating money with control.
Yes. It's always
and
this
options.
imagined how they will talk to me, especially when it is the woman earning more. A lot of guys assume disrespect, whether or not it might be there. That's the first thing you go to, that she will be because of the money. But I always ask them that, so when you date babes that don't have as much money, are you also disrespectful?
Yes, they are.
To them?
They are.
And so this is like the problem. But I don't understand it when you meet somebody you actually really like and your main issue is that she earns more than you. I've never understood this thing. But at the same time, there's some practical things that cannot work.
I was on my favorite app, TikTok, watching a woman talking about how her and her partner broke up, and a lot of people were confused because they seemed really happy and stuff. And what caused the breakup was she told him, I'm going to speak to you the way you speak to me whenever we have to discuss anything that has to do with money for the next month. And basically, every time she did it, it would cause an argument.
Yeah.
And she realized that if you're so offended, that means I'm taking a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I think, again, the control of power that money automatically gives is not
and they're not willing to let go of that power.
It's not often discussed. Even things as simple as getting to choose if you're going out and this person is always the one paying, they tend to be able to choose more often because
choose the place,
like it's just a function of the fact that their money dictates that you don't get to like anything. You like with no
and
dollar.
Also, if the day you like something and I don't like it and I'm the one always paying, we are presented with a situation where one of us has to be frank.
Yeah, it's going to cause problems. It's good that he recognizes that's a red flag.
Yeah, I think financial gaps, personally, I don't like any situation where the gap is too wide. Man, woman, man. I think it causes too many issues for my personal liking.
Which gives a hot take. We're not going to expand on it.
Yes.
If you're a woman that marries a rich man, you are not rich. You just married a man with money.
That is my point entirely. And you need to remember this at all times.
Yeah.
That is not you that is rich.
He is rich.
He is rich.
Might not even be your children.
Just understand this. I'm telling you, my personal, do as much as you can for yourself in that situation so that in case Kasala bust and not left stranded with Birkin bags. Okay. FK's voice after a night out, I don't appreciate that. Says, I borrowed my fiancé of less than 1 year, almost $10,000 for house rent and business. You guys should pray for me. I think about it every day. My papa no send me Oluwa Olodumare. So nothing has gone wrong yet. But she's on edge.
No, we are seriously going to pray for you. Why?
Yeah.
You are borrowing my money.
They're not married yet.
It's true. Do you know the funny thing? No, we have to. This is so interesting.
No, don't get me wrong. That's her. That's the person she wants to marry. 10K. That's the person she wants to marry.
You know, I have a friend that started doing business, like business with her at the time boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
Yeah. And I just used to think, I'm not the first time. So we became friends. They were doing the business, JJO. Nobody asked me for my opinion. So one day, I can't remember what they had just finished talking about. I was privy to a little something. So I knew, you even know, at the time, I did not know how to keep my top and lower lip together.
Oh, chill.
In things that don't concern me. So Mr. Man left the avenue. And I had to tell her, please, sit down. I want to be one-on-one with you. what is happening here? And she like explained, and I said, why are you so confident? How are you confident enough to like be in business with
Your
boyfriend, in essence? And she said, well, it's a risk. It's a big risk, but it's a risk she just said that she was going to take. And that up until dates being that day,
Yeah.
they have never had a disagreement that made her think
This cannot work.
this is like a bad idea.
Bad idea. Okay.
But I just told her that it's very, very. I told her that if I did this thing you are doing, I don't know any of my friends I can tell.
Same.
I can't tell Fareedah. I can't call Fareedah and say,
Ordinary boyfriend.
I can't tell any of my friends. I can't tell my mother that, me and my boyfriend are doing business together. I can't tell my daddy. I can't tell my best friends. I can't tell my enemies. I can't tell my close friends. I just think
I appreciate what she said about risk, because I always think that, sometimes the risks you take is kind of directly proportional to how, wealthy you want to be. However, there's some risks, like especially as a type A girly. As I'm thinking of the risks that, I'm also thinking, what will happen when we break up? I have thought about it. Like, if we break up, I already have a contingency plan.
Yeah.
If I'm even going to go into it, I won't to. Never.
The truth is that
Maybe it's another Fareedah Shah, but if I did go into it, I would have thought about the plan. Now, back to this person that borrowed somebody money. Prayers are up for you. My prayers are up for you.
I'm seriously praying that everything works out. Because?
Like, you people are planning a wedding and you carried Odin the 10,000.
So let me tell you where my challenge, sincerely, where my challenge starts.
I really can't wrap my head around
This is your fiancé. You're already getting married and you have to borrow him the money for not just for rent and business. Is that the rent of where
you are both going to live?
1, 2. How does that person want to do wedding?
Want to do?
That's a lot of money.
How does the person that owes you 10K want to do the wedding that you people are? If you said your fiancé of less than 1 year, you borrowed him the money. No, well, I don't know what business he's in, but if we say it's a normal growing business, he's not going to be able to get money out of that business for a wedding, even a small one, if he was in a position where he had to borrow the capital in the first place. So the thing is, you guys are just about to start.
Did she say how long she's borrowed?
All she said was she borrowed money to her fiancé of less than a year. 10K. And she's praying. She thinks about it every day and nobody sends her. My thing is, when you're getting married, there's a lot of expenses. You're moving into a place, the wedding. There's just a lot of things in the merging of your life.
Yeah.
So if he's already... not that I borrowed money generally, from you. How is it that two of you are going to put money together for this life when he doesn't have it?
So I have a thing. I don't know. I feel like your listeners will judge me, but yeah, I have a thing. I feel like and it could also just be about not having difficult conversation about money with your partner. But I feel like if you really, really need a lot of money at the age that we're in, you should have rallied a circle of like friends or family that you can ask from. Like, I don't think that if I need that amount of money, the first person I would go to is like my partner.
But is that weird?
I think it is weird, but I agree.
No, sorry. So is it weird that we have hang-ups around going to your partner, the person you're going to marry?
No, wait, there's no money. You can ask for small money.
I know. I'm just wondering. My own thing is along the line of what fake. Unless you guys are planning, I don't understand what type of wedding.
I'm just not sure you're in a position where you're ready to get married and do a wedding. Unless it's a case of, okay, we're just doing courts or something. But I just don't see how you're planning this merge life together, but he's in a state where he's starting a business or he needs a business and you have to borrow him what is a huge amount of money.
Is huge. I mean, because look, even if we're looking at it from
10K is a large amount of money.
Are we too cynical? Is it that?
Yes, we are, but for good reason.
Yes, I know 100%, because technically your love should be more than the 10K. I'm just saying. Like
how much is the love?
I don't know.
How much is the love? Wait now. How much is the love? Like 20K?
No, wait. But I was also thinking that it could also just be a short loans, just and I want to really flip it quickly and I'll give it
No, it's possible. I'm
I'll
just
give
saying.
you back, like next week. It can be loaded. We don't know
This
the
not next week,
context.
this prayer.
The way she's
that's
praying,
not
she
next
called God the Lord's Mary. Allah. She has all the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. She has named
I'm
them.
actually keeping her in prayers.
No, I will, because... So the thing is, we are being too cynical, but honestly, it's for very good reason. There's at least 2 more dilemmas there about babes who have borrowed their partner's money and they didn't pay them back. Like babes who have given men money that they didn't pay them
No,
back.
do you think that you...
Do I think that what?
That's actually...
Ask.
I don't think that I would ever be so... Like... For my partner to be so confident.
No, I'm giving you. I'll give you the money.
I'll give you the money.
But I'm not borrowing you. I'm giving you the money.
Exactly.
You've already told you guys. I want to
Especially when you say...
cast your mind to an hour ago. Mula idea. Money come. Oh, whoa.
No,
only comes
left
to
to
you
me,
flows
I've actually
easily.
I've given you the money
No,
because
I
don't like this very nature of problems. There's literally another babe that she moved abroad for university, or her partner moved abroad for university. She borrowed him money to go. He did not pay her back.
Oh no.
The second partner she had again, she borrowed him another money. He did not pay her back.
Sorry, she had 2 partners.
2 separate partners that she borrowed money that they didn't pay her back. So the problem is clearly she has money. And she's borrowing people left, right, and center onto the guise of love.
I have one.
You know? Okay, which one? Go for
Long
it.
distance warrior. Says I'm 25 and my BF is 27. First problem, BF. We both live in different countries within the Americas. He's graduated and self-employed, but I'm still at university and studying a course that requires me to be fully focused on school. So I can't really work at the moment, just doing small things to sustain myself and pay bills. My man also doesn't have something super stable and is trying to build something worthwhile. So most of the cash he makes goes into surviving and bills. Money has really caused a lot in our relationships because even to see each other costs a ton. It's been very frustrating and we can't seem to see a workaround. People will say, oh, just save and manage. But my partner thinks if we can't even afford to see each other, we should rest things first and focus on making money. What do you guys think?
Totally agree.
Yeah.
You have to make more money. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that concerns you now apart from making more money. Because if like your whole relationship is about seeing each other. Look, this is what I always say. And people always think I'm somehow. Someone said she wants to enter a long distance relationship. My first question was, can you afford it? She said, what does that have to do with anything?
It is expensive.
I said, my sister, he lives in a different country. Can you fly? Can he fly? Do you know the price of tickets? Like, he lives in Canada. You are here. When do you want to see each other? The next time you know, as we are now, she knows that he's coming is December, but they want to see each other between then. And I said, okay, when is that conversation going to come up of who is paying for the ticket? Who is flying? Who is paying? And when they get there, who is accommodating? I was like, sis, can you afford this thing that you want to do? Because there will come a point you will fly now. So, and she was saying, she didn't think. I said, no, don't think about it. Just, you'll be here. And you want to live, some of you want to be apart for 6 months without seeing each other. Sometimes it's not that realistic. So, I don't know. I have one.
Okay.
Owani Coco says, I remember I once dated a banker. She was the head of customer service and in charge of the vault. I was just finishing up university, man. This is a guy. But I always tried to use my small pocket money to make sure I created good memories. Although she spent more because she was earning way above me, skyrocket above. So iPhone 16 came out at that period and she asked me for it. I was like, where do you want me to get 2 million for a phone in my state? And she was even sick. I went to her to say, if I had that much money, would have done your surgery instead. This babe no talk to me for like 2 weeks because I know fit buy iPhone 16. Her last words to me were, don't worry, I'll find a way to get it. And that was how we started ending. Very beautiful girl. We shared amazing moments.
Yeah.
Wish we lasted, but I guess she was just tired of the relationship because she said, say, I be uni student, my papa no be Dangote or Adeleke.
He was still in uni.
Yeah, he was finishing up. Yeah,
and he was dating someone as presumably, while she was working and she had more money. Sorry, my own question did all this is that. So she didn't do that surgery. She wanted to buy that phone.
See,
How sick was she?
drip is sickness is temporary. Drip is
How
internal.
can he tell her that if he had money, she would do the surgery? And her point was, don't worry.
No, I think, again,
Also, is she a thief? Why is she asking for that phone?
because somebody had told her, better build them.
They say,
I promise you.
Somebody had told her that that's
Again.
how you motivate them to do more.
If he loves you, you get it. Okay.
If he wanted
If you wanted to, it would.
he will. No problem. You
Okay, I have
will be in
one.
big trouble. Okay.
Just closed 1 sec.
Oh, yeah, he sounds like he still likes her.
Yeah.
He needs to get your
He should
money
get
up,
his
my
money
bro.
up.
Get your money up. If you get your money up, don't
Okay.
worry.
This person is Bobby Joe, who says, Hi guys, I need you to set something for me because I generally can't tell if I'm overthinking as a result of previous experiences or this man has just been very comfortable. I'm a first daughter and never really needed anyone to handle things for me. And I love showing up for my partner. So it gives quality time, the whole thing. That's just how I love. We've been dating for a few months now and my birthday came and this man prayed for me, which is sweet. I'm not ungrateful. But God and I both know 1,001 gifts also exists. I let it go. It was early days. Then he mentions how he likes his woman having her own thing and not being dependent on him. I took a breath and decided to be open-minded about it. Fast forward to the last couple of times we saw each other, I paid for everything. Hotel, food, transportation. His car was giving him trouble and I didn't want to add to his stress, so I handled everything. Then he started asking me for gifts. Casually, said he feels comfortable enough with me to ask, which is fine, but he has never once asked if I need anything. The one time money came my way, it was 10,000 naira. Meanwhile, he will look me in the eyeballs and say, babe, I need 2 million. Like I don't also lament and have that prayer. So my question is, when you're the capable one or a super cheerful giver in a relationship, how do you know if your partner is building with you or just letting you carry everything because he knows you can? Is this a relationship or do I just get voluntarily recruited into a giving program?
We're all first daughters, Abby.
Yep.
Yeah, we're actually all first daughters. As first daughters, I have to tell you the
She's
truth. My sister.
Actually doing empowerment.
My sister, you are doing empowerment.
Empowerment.
No.
Between you and Remittance, there's no difference. This is a
At least she's
grant.
not selling corn.
No, this is a grant. This is a grant scheme. Because this thief, this criminal, said, he prayed for you. I bet he asked you for 2 million.
Like,
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to imagine this. Like, did she
Are you
kneel
telling
down
me that
and it was praying?
there's actually no gift this man could have gotten her at any amount of money apart from prayer, even card? Then he asked her for 2 million. Her too. She said she doesn't want to stress him out. So she pays. You are paying for hotel.
Oh gosh.
You are paying for food. You are paying for his transportation. He has found a sponsor.
I need all the Christians to first stop listening now because I like to fight me. The first thing is that you should not have said amen when you finish praying.
Oh God.
Let me not lie to you. You know that you know somebody you are fighting with. Has your mom ever upset you? And then when she's praying for you, you don't answer.
I say, oh, Shamini.
Exactly. So that's where you start from. Because the first thing I ask is, don't you pray for me every day?
Now that is actually crazy. She needs to.
He was testing her. Let me say something. He tested you with that birthday.
He did.
And you passed.
Also, you've been paying for everything. Let me tell you the truth, there's no reason for that man to change.
He passed in flying colors. If she had parred, he'd have said, just joking. He'll bring your present tomorrow.
He'd have known that, this one.
But once you said,
once he said he was having trouble with his car, you know, say, oh, don't worry, let me come.
I don't want to stress you.
My dear, you'll be stressed. You will.
No.
I'll just be calling you. How far the mechanic now? Oh, you're still there. Yeah, well, you will be stressed.
The words of affirmation I cannot find you.
That same prayer that you prayed for me, I begin to speak it back into your life. Can you imagine?
Also, as a first daughter, she already has needs. And she feels that these needs are not met in the relationship. So she needs to plan her exit.
The truth is that you don't have enough issues in your life. That's what's going on. Mm-hmm. For that man, this particular man to be asking for 2 million.
I think there's something about generosity in relationships that people always, again, because everybody is rich by proximity, what you do when you're in a relationship with a stingy person is you project imagined kindness onto them.
So
it doesn't matter
you're
that
hoping that the more you give,
or that eventually you keep telling yourself that it's because they don't have, they're not giving you. When the fact is that even with what they have, they're
not giving you anything.
So he has time, but he won't run errands for you.
Yeah.
He has like a skill set, or maybe there are things he's better at than you. So if you're dating somebody
your birthday came and look, he couldn't do. There are a lot of things you can do for free. You can just create an experience. Nothing.
Yeah,
he didn't do anything. He didn't make any effort. So you're the one allowing this thing to happen, and you are constantly paying for things in the hopes that this thing will become something else. And I need you to understand that he's whining your whole life, like your whole destiny. Okay, I have one.
Oh, sorry, before you read that one, I want to ask a question because, we were supposed to talk a little bit about savings culture. I wanted to ask about how if you are with a partner or you have a friend that has like a big savings goal and you know that they've been working towards it, does it excuse them maybe not doing anything for you on like a special day or a special event based on, I'm working towards this thing and I'm putting all my money towards this thing?
It depends.
I think, it depends.
Yeah.
I think it depends. For me, I'd say that, there's some things that you can consider depending on like the dynamics of the relationship. Say, for example, if my friend was really, really sick and she needed like a surgery, right? And I mean, obviously, I probably won't let go of all my savings, but I would give like a substantial amount out of the savings because I also have this mindset of, like, sometimes you have to spend. I genuinely believe that if you give, you will get more.
I believe that as well.
So in my opinion, it's just like, just give this amount of money and then, you definitely get it back. Sometimes the person might even pay you back like once a day, or they might do other things for you that you'd be like, oh, wow, this is more than, what I've done for them.
Okay, let's move something like sickness that's major.
Okay.
Your partner is just saving towards, because people are like friends, you understand, saving towards they are going to school abroad or they are changing like their car or they have a qualification that's expensive that they want to do. And this thing, they are saving the money to pay for it. And now you have a birthday and they don't really do anything. They pray for you.
Yeah, there's no
and
excuse.
sign a card.
There's no
I was going to say that. I thought you were going to give me one stupid big English answer.
No. You're not getting anything.
No, I'm not into that.
I'm sorry. Like, okay, maybe you get something, but me, I like to cook. You get at home.
I don't agree.
Cooking.
My birthday is once a year. I'm sorry to say. If we're together, this is a special occasion for you.
Yeah, I think you should be creative.
You have to show out.
You be creative.
Do something. When I say show out, it
nice.
doesn't mean you have to spend all the money you're saving, but it is a special day for you to participate in making me feel just like everybody in your life that's celebrating you. So you have to do something. If we're together, like your birthday will now come. I'll now say that.
It's also
I also knew your birthday was coming before now.
Abroad. Yeah. You can also just save.
I knew that your birthday was coming.
You actually can. Like there are all this. For example, Busha has like a flexible savings platform now where you can put your money in and then you earn interest daily. Yeah. So you can put your money in.
You can put small money for my own thing.
10K there. It's like
just put something.
Even it's 5K. That money will at least do something. So you say, baby, you know that I am saving for this thing, right? But this is what I've done for you. Even her, she's this is so sweet.
I don't understand when people don't celebrate their part. Like it's crazy to me. It's not that serious for you. At the end of the day, my birthday is not going to be the cost of your study abroad program. I'm not requesting that you buy me a Chanel bag when you're saving for. What I'm saying is you will celebrate my birthday. No worry. You do it. You do the one you can do and let it be nice and whatever. But what I would hate is if I can tell that you are just like, I don't want to spend the money. Yeah. Like a lack of effort is really quite disturbing. I just don't understand what you'll be.
And it's very glaring, like whether you have money or not.
Yeah, it's very, very, the lack of effort is the most glaring thing. I'm like, if you hate me, it's better you say so.
All I'll say is men or women, if you have to project, he would have constantly, and it's all in your imagination when it comes to like a partner. That person is not generous with you. So if it's always like, if you always have to shalaye in a way that you know that if you tell the truth, it doesn't make them look good to other people. So, for instance, if you tell the truth and people are like, oh, that makes sense. That's one thing. But if you realize that in telling the truth, you look like a fool, then you have to be like,
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is in
Reevaluate.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Give us never lack. Hi, Jola and FK. I really love the pod and you're an amazing woman. Thank you. So I realized that I liked giving gifts and spending money on people who I thought I was growing into friendship with. But it's ended up being one-sided and it has really gotten me anxious about making friends. Even when I got into a relationship with a guy, it seemed good at first, but then he started asking me for money, not paying back, and made it seem somehow when I asked about it. I found out that he comes from a family where his mom earned a lot more than his dad. And as someone who runs a business, it just dawned on me. I'm out of uni now and I've cut all of them off, I beg, until at least I used investing to motivate when you guys promoted Bamboo. Okay, I'm losing track of my thoughts. Her point is that she is very generous in her friendships and her relationships and it's one-sided. Like she's a gift giver and she doesn't get it back. I have different thoughts on this.
Yeah, starts now.
I think, first of all, people are different, right? And so, like, look at, okay, I was telling them about my friend yesterday. She's going to hate this, but shout out to Leona.
The sweetest in
honestly,
the whole world.
the single most generous person I know in my whole,
world.
I'm not joking, in my whole existence, I have never met a person more to their hearts generous. I ordered face cream to Leon. She went to America. I ordered face cream to her house. One face cream. She sent me a box wrapped. She was like, oh, I'm coming to drop it in your house. And she sent me a box wrapped like a birthday present. And I said,
but the one
is
cream.
this the face cream? Only for me to open it. The face cream was there. She had added, I have trouble sleeping. She had added sleep vitamins. She had added, I hit my head on a plank of wood the other day because of the rain. Like the canopy in front of the back of my house fell down. She had bought Advil from America of max strength. There was like a mask, random things that I had mentioned. She bought Percy Pigs for Jola. She bought one Nutella thing for my brother. There was one mask there, like 12 things. Onto, I ordered something from Amazon to her house. But that is, this thing she did now, it was lovely and surprising, but this is who she is. Like, I don't understand how, when I even saw the Percy Pigs, I said, how did you reach? So she thought of everybody. Now, if this person is this type of person, right, you can't do it to get back. At the same time, it will be good for the people who care about you to understand that gift giving is a love language for you. And so obviously on the other end, it would be nice for you to like also receive. So, but I don't know how to explain it. It's like, on the one hand, my main question is, are you doing it so that
you can get it back?
You can get it back, or are you doing it because it's genuinely who you are? Now, for somebody like this, I can't outgive her. I don't even think about all these things on a normal day. If you order something to my house, I'll drop it for you. Like, that's to me, that is like the normal thing. I don't know that I would think to maybe gift you other things or whatever and things like that. But in my own case, if you're having a down day, I might say, let's go for lunch. And like, I'll cover that. That is my own. So there is like a reciprocation, but it might not look
in other forms
good the same way. So my real question is because everybody is different, do you want them to, are you looking for just the appreciation or for you to also get it back? And I think that if you are genuinely just a gifting person, you can't necessarily expect it to always come back. But people that are really your friends, obviously there should be some sort of reciprocation. It's just that I don't know that it has to be also in gifts.
I think
it should just be like a generosity of
something. So
of
I think,
something.
I think that might be what the issue is. It may be that
like they can't take it for granted.
So maybe it's not that. If I want to be generous in my interpretation, I don't think maybe she's looking for like gift giving in the same way. I think she just doesn't feel the same investment in the friendships or the relationships as what she's giving. So there is a way that you are close to a person that lets them know that even though this is not your style, in the ways you show up for people, they are receiving from you. And if someone is really making an effort to turn off people, I I don't want to gaslight her into not feeling what she can see. So let me give you an example. I might say that, like FK doesn't do friendship the way I do. But I see how much effort she makes with her other friends in the way she makes efforts, but I never get that same effort back. Even though I'm doing my best with the friendship. Or I think sometimes some people are just on the outside looking in when it comes to friendship dynamics. So it's just like, but somehow like you guys are, and some people experience and it doesn't bother them in the same way. But if you're really trying and you really want to feel like you're in the mix, if you don't get that, it can be somehow. So that's my most generous interpretation. But the list is similar to FK's in that, are you doing what you want other people to do for you and getting frustrated that you're not getting
the things back
because you're extending yourself in a way that's unnatural to you because you want the title of like a gift giver, as opposed to just being who you are. Like, are you anxious that if you stop giving the gifts, then you won't get anything from the friendship at all? Some people have figured out a dynamic and have made themselves the ex-friend and the gift-giving friend. And if someone doesn't, if you stop, you worry that people won't want to be your friend anymymore. So it's multiple
the dynamics
things
of the friendship.
Yeah.
I'd say that for me, as somebody that honestly have been there, I feel like I would do like brand things because I always think about like multiple things. Like, this person thought about this thing. Let me go. This person thought about this thing. If I like one random day, someone that is not, she's a mutual friend, but we're not that close. So she told me that she was ill. So I was telling my close friend that, when he's sick, I think I should get her like, a care pack. And she was like, that you're not even that close. Like, how would you think that you want to give this person? So for me, and at a point, I was doing things for people and I didn't feel like they were appreciating it and they were reciprocating. So of course, I had to say to myself, like, do I want people to do these things back, or do I, do I just want to do it because I like to do things? Then I realized that I really like to do things for people. So I still think it's a first daughter thing, but like, if you give me back, that's fine. If you reciprocate, that's fine. Sometimes I'm take a step back. I'm like, okay, you just want to take. I would take a step back from the friendship, or I would, voice it out and then, also hear like the person's point of view. But most times I think that, like you mentioned, she has to sit, like, do you want people to give you back? And can you have conversations about it? Because sometimes people don't know.
Actually, that's actually a very good point. If they're actually
I did not realize like how oblivious people can be. Like, surely. Well, if you're actually a friend, just talk about it. Like, I want this, or I'll actually ask like, I want this thing. I want you people to come together and surprise me for my birthday. I want, stylishly tell them and see what they'll do.
I mean, it's tough to be more invested than other people in your friendships, but I think you need to investigate what's happening in this particular...
Especially if it's constantly happening.
In this particular thing.
Also, sometimes life is funny. You think you are doing X, and people are receiving Y.
People are not receiving. You think you are doing friendship. Meanwhile, it's not translating.
Like somebody.
So it might be your love language to give, but it might not necessarily be theirs.
It might not mean as much to the person
I want you
receiving.
to show up to my mom's birthday and come early and just be my emotional support. Meanwhile, you're sending in flowers. I don't know any flowers.
Yeah. Funny enough, this event thing, I was talking to a friend who was like, so she was just explaining that she didn't realize that for a certain type of Yoruba person, this is the most important thing.
Oh yeah.
This thing of my family did an event, you did not come. It's very serious. So she was just like, so confused about, her friend was really upset because there was like a family wedding. He had invited her, she didn't go. And he just couldn't understand it. He was just like, what does it say? And she was like, how can this say anything about our friendship? And I was now saying to her, let me not lie. Extremely valid. And, it was even a thing of she didn't even get the Ashoebi. And me, I was like, extremely valid.
I think we're even, like our generation, we're even more lenient
We
now.
we're a lot more lenient. But I was like,
day before.
I was like,
I
was like, there's just a thing about like, something is important. You've shown up. Where I care a lot more about that than if you sent anything, be there. So we were laughing about it because she was like, for her, if her sister did something and you were not there. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not her sister's friend.
Yeah. So that's similar to me. I don't care about stuff like that. But
she was like, you're not her sister's friend.
Care.
And so she was like, if it's her own thing, then fine. But if it's someone in her family's thing, okay, whatever, maybe you didn't want to come.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I was like, let me not lie to you. I understand it like crazy.
Yeah. So let me give it. When I learned this thing was, so my granddad died during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It did not occur to me to like ask anybody to
Invite your
come.
friends.
But like the evening before Faye came, I was like, okay, so send me there. I was like, I don't understand. So she came. And then my best friend, Jiri, was so mad at me. She was like, why didn't you tell any? So I didn't tell any of my friends. Because I'm like, it's COVID. Like, I don't understand. You people wear masks and start coming. They could not understand what I was saying.
But I don't.
So she was like,
I'm
no,
like, valid.
that are we not close? I said,
Yeah, and start internalizing
I want to put to you that this man died because he could not stay in one place. Actually, that's actually how the man went to die. He was roaming up and down. Then they said, came and told us, when he corona. We were just like, bro. So I think around the time, I just didn't think of it that way because I also don't, even like a very personal thing, like I don't take to her like, oh, somebody didn't come from, it doesn't, I know that they wish me well. So it does, I don't pass. But then I realized that some people really do take
to her like, look, I come
those
from a
things to
family,
heart.
literally last week, Auntie Twain asked me that, why didn't Jola come for my 50th?
Oh, Lord.
My auntie literally, and I was like, do you know how far you are from where this girl is? I was now trying to remember what happened that day. I think I even sent an invitation maybe
the day of, yes.
The day of. I just thought, why would she come?
The day of.
So my family members, they're just like, I don't get that. Where are your friends? And she was not saying to me, my friends did not come for her, but I said like, how?
They're your friends.
But honestly, that's how we are.
That's how we are.
Some people are like
it was
that,
just a thing of like, I'm doing something. You are there. But why are your friends not there? It's because you don't take it seriously. If you took it seriously, your friends would have been on your table.
Yeah, you'd have a table.
Know that you people, that was what happened.
I
know that you
like,
people were there.
My aunt did a birthday party. And so, to be fair, I didn't think to like invite my friends. So all of my other cousins had their tables.
Yeah.
Like, table Miriam, and table was in. It's like, Fareedah, where's your own table? I said, I said, I didn't invite anybody. You didn't invite anybody. But they look at that table for you. I say, I'm not ready. My aunt, one of my other aunts called me to say, you need to take friendships more seriously and build community.
And you know the Yoruba aunties don't play about that.
They don't. So that's when I realized that, I'm so sorry. I was meant to bring friends.
No, they don't play about that thing.
No, they actually
don't.
don't.
So I should have known better because this is actually how my family is. Like there's nobody's event in the family that's for them. When you come, the first thing they'll ask you is, where will your friends sit? And I'm like, you guys need to understand that my friends don't give a damn about what's happening over here today.
Right.
Even me, I'm here.
I'm just here because I'm family.
God bless you. I don't want to be here.
I think it's such a wonderful way that they've, cultivated the art of community because like they see your friends as an extension of like the family. Like, that's how they call everybody.
That's why they abuse all of us together and they
take
clap
it
for us
so
together.
seriously. So I care. So my point in all this is that you have to understand look, this kind of thing now, like let's say I go somewhere, somebody invites me and they don't invite Jola. She can never be annoyed. I have friends that they'll be very upset. That like, somebody invite them. So you have to just understand who you are.
Yeah. Also, so that's happened many times where somebody will come in a fluster and be like, I'm so sorry I didn't invite you to. And then I now also have to pretend like I give a shit. So I have to be like, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Because my instinct is saying, like, but then I know that will make the person feel bad.
Why would I be there?
You want to be there. Thank you. When I think about the logistics of people coming.
And so the person will now feel bad if you say, I don't care. Like,
thank you for sparing me.
I have to be like, yeah, of course. And they'll be like, I brought you. And I don't know how to say, please don't be. No, please.
And also don't invite me for the next.
Yeah, so I think, but then also, since we're talking about money, maybe it's the money that is pinching her, that she's extending herself financially in some way to do things.
I think so. And I would say that you shouldn't overextend yourself just in any situation.
Yeah, with gifting.
Yeah, with gifting.
Especially if it's just because it's Wednesday type gifts. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think you need to figure it out. But this thing also affects relationships a lot. Because if you have, especially like a gifting love language, it's tough.
Yeah, nobody
Especially if your
gives
partner doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
Because you have said they don't appreciate it enough. They also don't gift you. Tough.
Yeah.
So, we all have
Too
to.
grateful.
Okay, we're
I think
almost.
we'll have to announce.
Okay,
The winners, yes. So we did a savings challenge. We started a savings challenge with Busha. And Busha. We started a savings challenge with Busha. And we have some winners of the first challenge.
Yeah.
So do you want to?
We have 3 winners.
All right.
And these 3 winners will be getting 50,000 naira savings top up.
Okay.
And our winners are Chiamaka Obasi, Oreoluwa Kiton Awobade, and Noella Nduka. I'm sorry, I couldn't pronounce. I don't want to butcher the first name. But yeah, those 3.
Congratulations,
guys.
Would reach out to you. Busha would reach out to you, and then would fund your accounts.
Yeah. To get to kind of round up, I do want to say about like savings and savings culture. Remember that embarrassment you feel because the money is small is actually very private.
Yeah. Nobody knows your savings.
Nobody knows. So
you're also not necessarily meant to go around saying this is how much. Nobody knows. But it's better for you to have something than nothing.
So I have like an automated savings thing that every time because the number to me is so negligible.
It's so embarrassing.
I'm like, how many
I always feel shy.
How many mispies is this? But I realized that one of the things that keeps you shy about money is, I guess to me, it's that because social media has become a thing, people are imagining the story. We talk about it even with relation, everything. But with money, for instance, you act like you have to wake up every morning, go on Instagram Live and say, today I have 73,500 in my account. I have 18,500 in savings and I own 0 property. Thank you. Then tomorrow you come back and tell them today, after yesterday's automated savings, it is now 74,000 naira. So I think because of that, we react really weirdly, or we don't take opportunities when they come. So for instance, maybe someone, let me give an example that might seem a bit silly. Maybe there is one land in your village and they told you that bad as bad, bring 200k.
Yeah.
In your mind, it's so unimportant that you'd rather not at all. So you still have 0 investment than start with what you actually can do and can afford. You're too busy being ashamed and dreaming of
about what you don't have.
Yeah, you're too busy being ashamed of what you don't have that you don't take any steps at all.
Yeah.
And it's a bit unfortunate that shame will only, just like the money would have compounded, the shame will compound.
And you just be in your 30s, wondering.
Hey, what's not going to be in your 30s? Are you insane?
I'm not saying.
Are you insane?
As she was saying it, I started to think, where are we going? Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Which one is you just be in your 30s?
No shade now. How many years for me? Like 2. No, but I was going to say 30s, 40s. Like as you grow older, you just realize that ultimately it's here on your bank account.
Yeah.
Like you would outgrow some friendships, sometimes even like relationships, but it's here the amount that you have in your pocket and the things that you can do.
And I don't know. It's very interesting, Sha. Like as getting older, it's just so much. I hate how sensible I have to be with money. I really dislike it.
But one thing about your money, Sha, it will never wake up and tell you, I don't think we're compatible.
Thank you. That's why it's good to make money.
One thing about money, it will not tell you, shut up, mom, I hate you. One thing about your money. No, it's true. Like, the place you left it is where you find it.
Do you guys have like an exit figure in your head?
What?
For this podcast?
No.
If anybody gives me 80K, I can leave it again.
It's
Naira.
Do you know that
Naira, I hate her more than anything.
That people think that this podcast is bound together by a principle of like whatever, my dear, anything can really happen.
Okay, so what's your exit figure?
What do you mean? Like for
like someone should take this, you never have to work again in your life. Have you thought about it?
I have. I'm shy to say the number.
Very shy. I have. I thought about it at
you didn't give me a range
length that will make you shy.
I have a number for sure.
I have a document.
I have a number for sure.
I have a document about what would happen if I get certain amounts of money. and it goes progressively high till it gets to figures that are not okay. Like
you
they're
have
not.
an outline of how you spend it.
You know when it gets. I have enough documents on Claude to get to figures where people on the internet will now start saying people should not have this much money.
Yeah,
like no one person should have this amount of wealth.
My exit to never work again, which for me would be very difficult because I actually like work.
The truth is I'm never going to never work again.
So for me to not work, right? So that means I only do like charity-based stuff or
consult. Yeah,
no, I can't consult.
Have you do.
Because consultation is work.
I know. You all this.
She just means that you're not hustling.
You're not hustling.
Like you don't need to work.
Yeah.
It's not like you won't do. It's not like you won't do
anything.
You can tell these people fuck off from this podcast.
Fair enough.
We can record once every 2 months.
It's more than $1 million, but it's less than $20 million. I think there's a number that gets to.
That's good.
Yeah. So there's a number that gets. So this is the thing. I've realized that. Again,
sorry, forever.
Yes, limerence.
Oh, you're very humble.
Do you know why? You see,
cute girl. What a cute girl.
No,
John, I'm talking about the next 40 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
That's so nice.
Because so again, you see how people put themselves in trouble. How many million do you have now? No. You see them? No.
Even
you see them? Do you know why? Do you know why? To me, there is a.
So tell me how you calculated it. Did you do, okay, if I have this monthly, you won't need to work, and then you...
Yes, so I start with my...
You extrapolated 40 years.
You know, my dad and I had a conversation about... So it was this thing... My dad has a whole thing about like Christianity and greed, like how greedy the world has become, basically. And so one time I said one stupid number, and he was like, well, given what I know about you, you don't need this
because you don't have any such thing.
No. But he was basically saying... Unless he's vastly mistaken about the type of person that I am, you don't need this. And then he said, basically, from his own financial, like this is the number that you're not touching your principal. In fact, you will never touch your principal.
And you live on the interest.
Your children are the ones that will now be thieves and say, "Oh, mommy left us X, and this is what you do."
Fair.
So it's more than he was like. So what you guys said is like minimum to live. Yes, it's more than one. But it's less than 20. Simply because...
That's a good one.
Technically, you will say stuff like, and what if I... So I've never had all this, what if I want a yacht, what if I want a plane? I don't want multiple, like, homes. I don't...
All of
that. I've realized the honest truth.
So it's not even the big things necessarily. Well, it's big things, but like... Okay, well, finish first.
Yeah, so once I got rid of those ridiculous dreams that I had, I realized that when it boiled down to it, I've never wanted to be the richest anything, the biggest anything. I've never wanted a situation where I'm on a list anyway because you turn to a borderline animal. Like people view you as a thing and treat you differently in a way that is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I kept thinking about it and I realized that ultimately like the thing that will make me relax forever is nowhere near as huge or as much as I originally thought. Like I bought into a shit ton of, I was just like, yeah, man, 150 million. And my dad was like, okay. 10% of that is, if you're getting between 6 to 10%.
To do that non-principal calculation is closer to 4 to 5, actually.
So you see what I mean? So he was just
closer to 45% of your principal. Yeah, so you get to live on.
In the world we're living in today, where people borrow money, but never mind. Anyway, the moral of the story is it was way less than I thought, and then I kind of felt like, oh, so it's greed. Yeah,
truly.
What's that? What was yours?
I think
why are you shy? Talk, Jay.
You're shy now. You
Talk now.
There's too much. All eyes on me.
Talk now. I'll still say my own. Talk now.
Okay. I think mine would be around a range of 40 to 50
$1 million.
Good. Only.
Wait. And that's because...
No, I didn't mean you. I meant this thief.
Continue. and that's because like when I think about the life that I want to live,
You need 50 million.
No, not necessarily. It just kind of revolves around buying
Cars.
Yachts. No, like having really expensive kitchen gadgets, for example.
Don't need 50
Or-
million.
How much is the fridge?
No,
You know the mixer.
There's some mixers that are. There's one.
I know what she
cooker
means. I know what she
That
means.
is like
What it did.
If I go- so-
$1.6
so the thing is that-
million.
Will you buy it every year?
No, Jola, let me tell you the thing.
Wait now, but
You've done
even though-
a
I have one in
realistic
my house.
calculation.
Yes,
And
now.
one, I actually have a dream to build like
Okay.
a Nigerian test kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that because I really used to watch a lot of American test kitchen growing up. And good that we have like content creators and everything else. But by the side, I'm also like a food content creator.
Very good one, actually.
Yeah.
So I think that we don't experiment a lot. This is why everybody's always fighting when somebody said this is how they make their own egusi, this is how they make
Yeah.
their egusi. So the idea with like American test kitchen is they try all of these
I watch their
different
YouTube.
things.
I
Yeah, so
love
they
it.
try all of these different things, and then they tell you that this is what happens when you try all this. I think that we should do that more
Right.
in like in Nigerian setting with Nigerian food.
So you want money
So
for
So the
that.
minimum you need.
That's what I say. You know what? We're having
No,
a
no,
minimum
that's-
conversation, not the
No,
grand.
Not the grand.
Not the grand, the minimum.
Minimum.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was the grand.
no, no,
That's my
minimum.
Okay, the minimum. I think the
As
minimum.
in, if you get this, plausibly, you can stop having to hustle for work. Anything you now want to be doing
Is
cool.
different, but you don't have to work.
But you don't actually
I don't have to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think 10.
Holy.
I'm still a thief. Continue.
Ten
No,
is very respectable.
Oh,
It's
please go
respectable.
ahead.
And I'm scared for FK.
No, the truth is that the actual minimum.
That's what we've been saying since.
Okay.
All of you are giving me $1,000. I said
No.
minimum.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, now.
So the actual minimum based on my actual calculations, which I did at length, is 7.2.
Okay. So why were you abusing me?
No,
so
pounds.
my own is
Please,
more-
excuse me, pounds.
Oh,
please,
chim.
excuse me. I did my calculations.
Pounds.
It's the superior currency.
Okay. Wow.
Pounds sterling.
Sorry.
Yeah. But that's like a bare minimum.
Oh, sure.
I'm just
No.
look for the next 40 years. Please.
Okay, sure. Please.
That's
go
like
ahead.
the bare minimum. The actual minimum, comfortable minimum, 13.5.
Okay, but when I said between 2 and 20,
Yeah, but like the real figure, when it's not like any minimum, just like solid.
13.5
No, that's
say
still
one
the
three or
minimum.
30?
But like the solid figure
is 13.
is 33.
33. Okay, why was she not making it sound as if no, she was going to say 80 or 100?
No, because there's a plan for 80.
But she also.
We are so delusional, you guys.
So I have
This
a
is
plan
crazy.
for 30,
You have a plan
for 50.
7.2.
Do you know what's
Then I have a plan for 100.
Figures are exact.
Yes, no, she
I also have a plan. I also have a plan for
document.
10.7.
She has
I
a
can
document.
exactly tell
What are you talking about?
No, I actually want to
What
say
are
that.
you
I'm
talking
curious.
about?
She has
I'm
a
really
document.
curious.
She's insane.
What are you talking about? 10.7. I don't even have a plan for 2.
Because like, we're even giving range. Like,
Because when
okay.
I have a plan for 2. I have a plan for 10K per month coming in. Let me show you.
Do you know what
If
will
people
fit
are
you?
not using
Do you
your
know what
free
will
will
fit you?
at length,
If you exactly, I feel like if you really want to use your free will, be a
I
financial
have
planner.
used-
You will scam people.
my free will.
You will scam
To
people,
a
but be a
point that-
financial planner.
This is a PDF.
Yeah.
PDF. A PDF. I have several PDFs.
She will look.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes.
I like it.
No,
She plays woman will meet her luck.
She plays the lottery regularly because
Bro,
of these documents.
The thing is, I'm going to win.
Okay.
It's not actually like a. I'm
Amen.
telling you the fact. Okay,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
play laundry once a week. I'm telling you the truth. I'm going. Me and my friend Leoda, we play the lottery. We're going to win.
Baba Ijebu thanks God for you every day.
No, I don't play. Please. I'm a serious person.
I mean, silly.
I'm a serious person. I'm playing. Look, because people are winning.
They are.
And
they
I
are.
watch a lot of lottery shows. What they do, they're not respectful of the money at all. Anyway, so this is the thing. But because I have like, literally, I will show you a message from my mom. Just so you understand the context I'm coming from, which I will not share. Please see what she said. See what she said. Let me show you the video that she's talking about.
Wow.
So you can see where I'm coming from.
Wow.
For example, I really need like a collection of Fendi baguettes.
That's a dope.
That's
collection.
actually an aim in life. Like just a large collection of the ones I've added to my current wish list, about 32. Okay.
I want you to know that the person we're talking to right now, sometimes when me and her go out to eat, we'll share starters. I want you guys, I just want everybody to have that in mind. I'm not saying it's bad, but I want you to have that. As she's talking, just let that thing be rotating.
I didn't say. Look, I didn't say that that's right. It's important to
Like
have,
we'll argue about the starter because we can't buy
it's
this.
important to have dreams. Okay. And I feed into my dreams on a regular basis. As you can see, I do have the document so that when wealth comes, I'm actually quite prepared.
You're prepared.
Very prepared.
Love it.
I know everything that's happening. At any amount of wealth that's coming, I'm well prepared because I've spent my free time planning.
Good. For those of you that don't do that, please go to Busha to start your savings journey today.
Good.
Yeah.
While Fekemi is gambling and hoping for the best, doing PDF. It's color coded, by the way.
Like I said, there is a section for when I start to get to like 10, 20, 30K per month.
Good.
There's a section for that. So there's a scenario for money coming in.
And there's a scenario for...
And there's a scenario for just like
Gradual.
God bless you. But you must dream. You must.
No, actually,
Look, write
like
the vision
idea of
down
financial
and make
planning.
it plain.
It's my own. It's all
not better. The Bible
Oh.
is, look, write the vision down and make it plain. There's no surprise life can give me. I'm there. I'm there. I've planned.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I actually love it. I'm going to go and do that when I get home.
It's
Yeah.
also,
It's fun. It's so much fun.
So much fun. It's also where you realize what you actually care about and what you don't give a damn about. Because there's so many things that you think, like, is what you're saying that there's no plan I have that includes anything concerning
where the guy
a nice
said,
car. There's no plan.
Really?
He wants to use 200 million to open frozen foods.
In Nkorodu.
Correct.
I saw that. I said,
And people were insulting him because, like, you will drive your G-Wagon.
that's what I'm saying.
So you're
Like, what are you
frozen
talking
food shop.
about? So, look, you start to realize, it's the funny thing. There is no plan I have that involves a nice car. Like, there's no, in my dreaming, there was no time that I wrote G-Wagon. I don't care. When I come out of the car, let the jewels be shining from afar.
Oh my God.
But as for the vehicle, let it be moving. BYD is okay for me. I don't have any problem. I don't even know the cars. I don't care. But you see the bags.
Oh
the
my God. She's
jewels.
getting carried away. All right, guys. This has been a lovely episode.
Anyway, guys, contact me if you would like my templates for your life plan.
Comments.
Comment future.
Comment Busha.
For financial planning
Comment
advice.
Busha, and we'll beg Busha to create a plan called delulu for
Yes.
you.
Oh my God. That would be so fun.
So that you
Actually,
can
we'll
start
think about it.
saving towards things that may not happen in your life.
But just in case.
Just in case. Look, but you should do that. Look, my savings plans, I don't have anything called emergency fund. Even though the names that I give my current savings target, it's things that can get you somewhere. Do you understand? It's things that can move you forward. My actual one of my savings plan says F1 Monaco. It's not for that. What I'm just saying is, if you write, saving for, I don't know, rent. How does that inspire you to move forward? How does that inspire you? Who the hell wants to pay rent? I don't want that. I don't want that.
God.
I don't want to. I have a saving plan called Shebara. Do you know Shebara? Oh, it's a resort in Saudi. Wonderful. I have a saving plan called Shebara. Because when I think to myself, what am I saving for? Shebara.
It motivates you to add
That
money.
That is it. Whereas that's my emergency fund. You people will be saving, rent, medical. Who is inspired by that?
I pity you. Now you should have one leg as we speak.
Yes. And that's what I have to save. But I can't call my savings physio. Who cares about that?
I'm like, let's go, Jerry. Do we have anything else we want to talk about or mention?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Thank you guys so much. As usual, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow Busha.
Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, I do want to mention that I would like your listeners to go follow us on Instagram. So please go follow Get Busha on Instagram.
They're assisting in our Shibara.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Carousel Networks. We are your hosts, Faye Kemi, FK Abudu, and Jola Jules IAM. Our producer is Debbie Romeo. Our production associate is Ore Oluwani Baba. Our social media manager is Remy Oluwole. Our cinematographer is Divine Nabuko. Our audio engineer is David Kenny. Our camera assistant is Abola De Oluyede. Our sponsor this week is Busha. And our guest is the amazing Fareedah Abdulsalam.